Yo, what's up with it? It's your boy Noonie back with another reading. This is gonna be an all signs reading. We're gonna be asking the question, who will you be growing closer to? I guess it should be a why too, though, but well, it'll come out. It always does. Oh, audience, kids, why who will you be growing closer to? Okay, sure. Bing. Yeah, looks good. Yeah, looks good. Stay. Okay. What's up? Are we going backwards today? Thank you, Catherine, because that's why I was just about to go check again. I was like, what are we doing today? Is it backwards? All right. What's up, everybody? What's up? Where Kimmy at? Kim in here? Kim. What's up, Kimmy? Hey, Jay Stevenson. Okay. Catherine was first up in this joint. What's up, E. Jordan? The E. Jordan. The E. Jordan. Hey there, Changela. Changelo? Wait, Changelo? I hope I said it right. What's up, Keisha? Or is it Kaisha? Look like Keisha, but is it Kaisha? Tracy Trace, what's up? Is it Kaisha or Keisha? All right, I know today we are going backwards. We did start forward. Now that I think about it, we did start at Aries, and we were doing what? I think it was good stuff coming your way, or something like that. Mhm. Hey, what's up there, Alyssa? LaSalle. Who else was that? I just missed somebody. Who was that? Oh, I got it right the first time, Keisha. Okay, cool. I thought so. I thought I knew. All right, so we're just gonna get started now because we're pretty good. We are all right. So we're starting backwards. Pisces. All right, so Pisces, who will you be growing closer to? It's gonna be somebody who's attractive in an unusual way for y'all. So maybe an Aries, maybe an Aquarius. May not be your usual type, but it'd be somebody who you guys still find to be appealing. There'll be traits about them that you'll like. You know what I mean? You may just kind of romanticize this person, maybe because of their personality, certain traits you like about them. With the first house, it's going to be somebody who is love at first sight, but we shall see. It seems to be that way already. So we got Lilith. Yeah, it's gonna be something about this person that's just tempts y'all. So this may be somebody who kind of lets y'all get y'all shit off in a way. Like let's say that this could even be somebody who allows you to be very assertive, aggressive, dominant. They allow you to express traits of yourself that you haven't expressed before. Possibly because it's Lilith. This could be somebody who you guys have, and we got Neptune. So it will be a love at first sight type of energy, either for you or for this person. Maybe for both. I don't know. You may like how intense this person is too. So they could be maybe very sexual, maybe very romantic, maybe just very intense, like out of the blue, intense. So it's like, so I guess this may be somebody who you guys may have a confusing relationship with. It'll just start getting deeper. So possibly because it's Lilith and Piscean energy, it could be like a romantic connection that maybe feels off limits or may feel like you shouldn't be in it, but like you just feel drawn to it. It makes you feel good when you're in it. So you're like, I shouldn't feel good about being in this situation. So it may be one of those, some of y'all could just be sexual, like vaguely like romantic and like in love, but like also feeling like this isn't really like real, but like it feels so real. So like, why do I feel how I feel? So it's gonna be somebody like that. All right, that'd be the dynamic that I'll have. They may be younger. That might be what it is. Like, because the Page of Wands was there. And if they're not younger, they just may be more like all over the place in a way where like you may have felt like you've outgrown this period in your life. Like I've already done that, but like just somebody who intrigues you or is like interesting to be around. What's up there, Pisces next door? Or oh, what's up, Silent Priestess? Or they just make it very easy to like, I don't know, be yourself. You know what I mean? So that's what you may like about this person. Um, also, you guys will feel seen by them. So we got the sun here. So it could be a Leo. All right. Let me see. Let's get three cards. We got Capricorn, Aries, Scorpio, or Pisces. So it's gonna be some of y'all, it's gonna be somebody at work. This could be your coworkers or like just people that you see regularly, especially with the Three of Pentacles. I mean, so that's what we're probably gonna see most of the time. We're probably gonna see either sixth house, fifth house, third house. We're probably gonna see A lot of Three of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. We're probably going to see a lot of those signs, maybe because, or it could even be Eight of Swords, I'm assuming too, and maybe even Eight of Cups in reverse. The reason I'm saying that is because usually when you're growing closer to people, it's because you see them regularly, or you interact with them regularly, or you be around regularly. Even if you don't talk, you just be somewhere in the vicinity. Sometimes it's like a rarity that people may see you once in a while or see you out the blue and approach. But this looks like it's going to be something that builds up over time. Like this would be somebody who like doesn't want you to know how happy you make them. So that may be where the confusion comes in because they don't do such a great job of expressing themselves. We got Page of Cups in reverse. So it's somebody who's shy. They find you guys to be appealing or attractive, but they're shy. So they come off as like insincerely friendly, maybe overly giggly or joking and playing a lot. So this would be somebody you guys work with. They'll just kind of come out of the blue because we got the sun and the moon. So it's going to be like a light switch. Well, out of the blue, this person's going to start being a lot more playful, a lot more like, I don't know, just maybe community based or like wanting to work together or wanting to be around each other a lot more or just wanting to interact with you a lot more. Some of y'all, they may message you a lot more. They may try to like, I don't know, like collab with you and stuff. You know what I mean? Like be a part of whatever you have going on out of the blue. So some of y'all, it's going to be somebody you guys have like a fluctuating relationship with. It may be hot, cold, because I'm looking at the sun and the moon. So it kind of gives me like hot, cold. You guys never really know who takes charge or who takes lead in the relationship. Even if it's just like a coworker or a colleague, it's like we don't really know who should approach who or who should work with who or who like let me give you an example. Let's say that we do like, let's say that you guys did hair or I was a barber and I wanted to do like a collab in some way with a Barbara. It'd be like, whose shop do we do it at? You know what I mean? Whose name goes first on the billboard? Or, you know what I mean? So some of y'all may be like that. But even so, this would be like somebody who you guys would be able to get on the same page with. And they like being around you, but they just won't let it be known exactly what it is. But with the moon here and the Page of Cups, they're going to insinuate how they really feel about you. You know what I mean? But like also act indifferent or act as if it's not like that deep to them, but it is that deep. It is that deep to them. This is somebody who already admires you guys, has already like imagined what y'all connection can be like. So some of y'all, they're just somebody who's imagining what your body looks like. You know what I mean? Just like, I wonder how she's shaped, how he's shaped. Like, what does it look like under the clothes or under the shirt or whatever it is? They kind of like imagine that. If they've already seen it, then they've already seen it. Because the moon, I don't know. If it's a past person, then it's somebody who you guys don't have like the most fond memories of, but this is somebody who like wants to make up for that because the Page of Cups is that with the Eight of Pentacles. So somebody who would like to put the work in, maybe they self-sabotage in the past, either by ignoring your needs or by like acting indifferent to the stuff that you were doing to like keep the connection going. So this could be somebody who like, maybe got focused elsewhere or somebody who just, like I said, pays you no, never mind. So some of y'all, it could even be somebody who at one time was just ignoring you. Like they seen you, but they just like, maybe they weren't fond of you at that point. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's somebody now who's romanticized y'all, maybe because they see you regularly. So it just kind of changes their view set because it's a Piscean energy. So it's like, I see you differently now. And it's just because it's community based. So that's why you're going to be growing closer because it's community based. So it could just be that y'all in the same environment regularly. You know what I mean? Like for instance, and it don't have to be this, but it could be like if you spend a lot of time at your job, you see these same people regularly. You know what I mean? So, or like even if they're customers come in the building the same day. Say you work at a restaurant, the same people come eat at the same restaurant, or you work at a business for other people. But it's an artistic person. So this may be like a creator or somebody like who's like hands-on with stuff. So this may be somebody who's like skilled at that. But this could also be just a colleague, coworker, or somebody you guys do see regularly. There's some type of pattern to it. So they may have changed up their routine or changed up their schedule because that's what they're going to try to do to like be with y'all, or they're going to change up how they do stuff to try to be around y'all. All right, somebody's going to always try to be strategic to be around y'all. So, or you're going to try to strategically always be around them. It may be in secret though, but like not like you're hiding, but it may be in secret. You know what I mean? Because like some of y'all, maybe it's a little taboo because we do got Lilith here. So some of y'all could be somewhat taboo because I do got two pages. I had pages earlier and a page now. It's a Page of Cups. So that could just be that they're younger, or it could just be that this person, this is maybe like for fun. Maybe it's like, it's romantic. You like to experience, you like the intensity of how this person makes you feel. Maybe they flatter you, play your ego up a little bit more. You know what I mean? They're funny, flirty. It's cute. You know what I mean? It just makes you feel warm. And I feel like it's gonna happen over like flirty text and you know what I mean, like little small gestures of trying to connect. That's where it's gonna happen. But it comes out like irregularly. And then out with the moon, you just start to wonder, like, is this person into me? And it just creates this intensity. You know what I mean? So this would be somebody who played the game like a good way. they played it in a sense where you get to wondering like, what is this? And then you start wanting to take action. So somebody who may even kind of get you guys to like act out in a way where you express yourself in ways you normally wouldn't express yourself. You know what I mean? They make you feel empowered in that light. Like they call attention to where maybe you dim down to the things that you desire, maybe because of what other people may think. You know what I mean? So, because like I said, it's Lilith. So when you're with this person, you feel empowered. You feel like I can do what I want to do when I want to do it. So that's what this connection is for y'all. This could be like a lighter skinned person. I got browner skin too. Also got like maybe a heavier set person or like somebody who's like comfortable with their body in whatever form. So they could have a nicer body, but they're just kind of comfortable. But in this one, I noticed that the woman is rounder. So they could be a little round or whatever, but this is somebody who's comfortable with their body. So even if it's like, even if they have a little baby fat or even if they have a little pudge here and there, this is somebody who like is comfortable. They're like, hey, they may be working towards something because the Three of Pentacles is here. So they could be maybe working towards something. So some of y'all, this could be like a gym person or people who are like active in that way, where it's just collaborative. So whatever it may be, it's collaborative. So maybe they're a model, maybe they're I don't know, an MUA, maybe there's something about their body that like maybe isn't conventionally attractive, but it is attractive. You know what I mean? So maybe they could be short, maybe they could be really frail, really slim, maybe they could be thicker, you know what I mean? It could be any of that. Maybe they have a little bit of belly. Who knows? You know what I mean? Something about that. You know what I mean? But like I said, they're like unusually attractive to you. There's just something about this person. You're like, damn, I don't know why. Even if it's just like friends and stuff, it's something about this person's traits that like kind of amplify yours. Areas where you're like, nah, I'm not going to be like that. You do be like that because they like inspire you to be that way because they admire you and they flatter you and say all the fly shit that makes you like, yeah, I could do that. Nobody's judging me. That's why. All right, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo, Leo. This may be somebody who works a lot, so that might be why it's like for fun. You know what I mean? This may be like that might be what it is, or yeah, this may be somebody who like gives you like a break from working a lot, from monotony. That's the vibe I'm getting. All right, so they're gonna change their pattern up soon, whoever this may be. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo, Leo, Libra, Cancer, Pisces, Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn, Leo, Pisces. All right. I said Aquarius before, right? I said Aquarius earlier. Okay, so let's get over here to Aquarius. Let's see what we're talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna put that over there. We won't need it. What's up there, Madge? It's a physical what? Physical fitness is important to both. It sounds like it do sound like it. That's gonna be important because it kind of represents longevity. Like if you're physically fit, good chances that you may be able to have good sex and that you should be around a little bit longer so that way I can enjoy you. You know what I mean? Like what good is it if maybe 1 year later you're like blown up, big as a house, and it's no longer the fun that it used to be. Oh, here we go. So for y'all, Aquarius, it's gonna be somebody who's a big boss, who's in charge. All right. Some of y'all's gonna be a renewal of somebody who you guys were like dealing with. So this could be somebody who's like, I was gonna say big into finances or big into like just maybe making a lot of money. All right. Or if they're not like big into making a lot of money, they just have an intense presence. All right. You said you need to do food videos still. I know, right? I do, right? I probably should show y'all what I be doing in the kitchen. Because tonight I was thinking about doing some shrimp scampi with linguine and then some garlic bread, but I don't know because my cousin and them fitting to come over, and now it feels like a task. So I may just kind of order a cheesesteak and some fries and just do some broccoli, and we call it a deal. You know what I mean? So I don't know yet. 'Cause if I got to cook for multiple people, now it feels like work. You know what I mean? I wasn't planning to do that on a Saturday. You feel me? So. But anyway, it's gonna be somebody who's persistent, or it was somebody who was persistent. I think it's somebody who's gonna renew their persistence with you. So it's gonna be somebody who's gonna like consistently start communicating, talking, texting, just communicating. All right, that's what's gonna happen. So it's a renewal of somebody who maybe you guys had an ending with, or maybe a tumultuous past with. And if it's a newer person, then it's gonna be somebody who's like it's going to feel like a renewal. All right. They're going to be breaking down an old version of yourself, maybe breaking down like traditions, values, a certain like stigma you may have had, or certain fears that you may have like been afraid to face. This could be somebody you guys can openly communicate with. That's why you're going to like them. You can cut the shit. That's what you'll like about them, Aquarius. Cut the shit. You don't fuck around. This, you can just tell them like what it is. So somebody you guys can have probably uncomfortable conversations with, and they understand you. The way that you communicate, the way that you word stuff, they understand it. Your tempo, your train of thought, You know what I mean? Even the stuff that you may consider to be like off limits, you can tell this person. So this is somebody you guys can keep secrets with. So maybe you guys talk regularly too. Well, most likely you guys will. What'll happen is you guys are probably going to have a deep conversation soon, or have some type of conversation that just makes you a little bit more curious about like this person. You know what I mean? Either you or them. Either you say something that like makes them like question the connection and like, you know, wanting to get to know you better, or something that they say is going to make you want to like get to know them better. Like, huh, what's that about? Because it's going to seem like they have a lot of depth to them and not just on a superficial level. So you'll be like, oh, this person has something going on. So some of y'all, they are a business owner or somebody who's just very ambitious, somebody who's just very mature. Even if they're not a business owner, just somebody who's like very mature. This may be somebody who's a high earner for some of y'all, or just a high achiever. That's what you may kind of like about this person. I just did those. Okay, so let's read. All right. They can talk a lot, very knowledgeable. That's what you may also like. You also like their persistence. So they may, like I said, consistently reach out, consistently talk. You may like the conversations that you have with this person because they can go deep. They go up, they go down, they go all over. This is somebody who's very knowledgeable, very informed on shit. So, you know, and they're always curious. So they're like, they like to learn. So that may be what it is. Or you can learn from them or they can learn from you. So you may like that. You may feel like your efforts, your energy. Oh, they're a good storyteller. So if it's like a past person that you guys are growing closer to, this is somebody who that maybe at one time didn't know what they wanted. And even now it's a renewal of them and they still don't know what they want. But I guess you guys are going closer now because you're not falling into the facade. You get what I'm saying? Because the Capricorn, that Pluto energy, that brings us down to like reality of like what's really going on. For instance, remember when Pluto was in Capricorn and we were seeing how all the politicians, like think about how we look at politics now and like certain authority figures and how we look at, let's say, government and like structures, previous structures where they disempowered certain people or certain ethnic groups or certain, you know what I mean, social groups. We recognize that now. It's no longer hidden to us. At one time, it used to be a way of living, but now we've broken that down because that's what Pluto does. So this is somebody who's going to come into your life and probably break down a tradition or a value system, or you're going to break down something like that. But I think it's going both ways because of the Gemini energy. Those are your mirrors, your soulmates, people who you feel seen by. That's why you guys will be connecting. So if it's a past person and before they were like making up these excuses or these stories or feeding you bullshit or blowing smoke up your ass or giving you mixed signals, all that shit is coming to an end. Because the Pluto also means that now the power dynamic has shifted. So it could be good because if you weren't the one playing games and like deluding people or making up excuses or giving mixed signals, then it could be good for you. Now, if you were the one playing the mixed signals game, then the dynamic has switched. But you'll be growing closer to them anyway because this person is more in their power now. So it's either it still works out. It's just that you don't have to lead in the way that you normally would have led. You know what I mean? So yeah, we got the strength here. So this is somebody who's gotten their confidence up. So if it's a past person, it's a past person who's a lot more sure of themselves, and they're gonna be a lot more pushy or a lot more confident with offering something of substance or something they're basically gonna know what they want this time. That's what I'm saying. So this could be a Leo, this could be a Libra, it could be a Scorpio, Libra, Taurus, Sag, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right. So they're gonna offer you an offer soon that you can't resist or you can't say no to. It's gonna be hard to resist this person. Like they bring up a lot of feelings and a lot of emotions in y'all. Y'all may try to ignore them. This will be somebody who you guys may try to ignore how you feel about them because they could be overwhelming at times. So that may be why you guys are growing closer because it's somebody who also puts you guys in your power or makes you feel a lot more confident about what you can achieve, what you can do, because you have to step up in ways you normally wouldn't step up. It feels like they push you to do shit that you wouldn't want to do. You're like, I feel uncomfortable doing that. They're like, so what? Just do it. You know what I mean? So like you may feel that way about this person. Some of y'all, they may have like vision problems. So maybe they wear glasses or if it's not like, or they just, I don't know. Some of y'all is like somebody who was like ignoring y'all at some point. They may have pets. Possibly they could be foreign because we got the temperance here. So it could possibly be foreign or just be different than your usual type. Not necessarily, and I still get them to be like attractive, but like in a deeper way. So like with sometimes they could be attractive because of their features. Like they have features that aren't like everybody else. So you like this person, you'll like this person on a deeper level, and they'll like you on a deeper level, and you'll be understood by them on a deeper level. Like you'll have the same psychology is kind of the vibe. You guys will be exchanging ideologies or thought processes. Theirs may be different from yours because we got 10% reverse. So their lifestyle differs from yours. You know what I mean? But like their experiences are still useful, and that's how you'll feel. You know, you guys y'all may not even be in the same career because I don't even, or y'all may not even have the same walks of life in general. You know what I mean? But it's like I can get you because the way you communicate what your like your deeper thoughts and your deeper feelings, I understand it. It makes sense to me. So that's why you guys will be growing closer because it's like, oh yeah, this makes sense to me. It's not, you don't have to overspeak. You don't have to wonder, did this person catch what I'm like, what I'm putting down? It's pretty clear. But like I said, they're a good storyteller or just like a very visual like communicator. You know what I mean? So like they tell a great story. That's what you'll like about this person. Now, like I said, some of y'all, if it's a past person, it's a person that you felt like was just telling you anything, just telling you whatever, just to keep you around. You know what I mean? And that's not going to be the case anymore. You said men cannot kill it. Which men you talking about? You must mean the men that you knew down south. These men up here, that's all we got. That's all I got. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, they're gonna offer you an offer that's gonna be too hard for y'all to say no to, is what I'm saying. That's what's coming. All right. So it's gonna be a change in y'all dynamic where like this person's gonna offer something of substance or something of value that like you can't be like, no, or they're gonna do something in a way where like it really pleases you. You're like, okay, all right. This is somebody who's thought about that. So if it's a past person, when they come back around, they're gonna be pleasing to you. You know what I mean? So all right, this I think it's like a smoker, drinker, because we the tempers in reverse and seven of cups, that's an overindulger. So some of y'all maybe they changed that way. Like if they used to be an over drinker, over smoker, over whatever, they're not that way anymore. Overeater or whatever, they're not that way anymore. So this could be somebody who some of y'all, it's maybe somebody who inspired y'all to be that way, to like start focusing on your health, on your appearance, on your body, on your, you know what I mean? Or focus on like the stuff that you really desire. This could have been somebody who kind of like helped you become ambitious, helped you become who you're becoming, or who you became, whatever that may be for y'all. Because Pluto is a transformation. So it could be a Leo, Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sag, Gemini, Scorpio. Did I say Sag? It wasn't. Did I say Sag? Was that Sag? Oh yeah, it was a Sag. Okay. Okay. You said, well, it's not good enough for me. I feel you. All right. So let me see. Camera alert. All right. So Capricorn, who you guys be going closer to? Let's see. Okay. So we got somebody who's very mature. Could be another Capricorn, could be an Aquarius, could be a Pisces. It's not bad though. I just be saying that because whenever I see 12th house, that could always be a little sticky situation. Sometimes it could be somebody who's like been around for a while, but you guys were like, it was unseen to you. Like you never really noticed this person until you guys maybe stepped up into a certain position in your life. So this could be like somebody who comes along when you guys have like finally started to get yourself together. You know what I mean? Or this is somebody who like was from your past, but is now started getting themselves together, or has now become more of like a finished product. That's what that Capricorn would be. It'd be a finished product. So whoever this is you're going close to is most likely with the 12th house. They've been around to you, but like they've been hidden until you guys got to a certain point. So whoever this is, you guys grew up into this period, or you grew into this person's maybe either they grew into your like into your site where you can see them now, or you grew into their site where they can see you now. So sometimes with the Saturn energy, it could have took a while for this to happen. Maybe this person is very complex or the situation is very complex. But the 12th house is a Piscean energy, which sometimes could mean that it doesn't make sense to everyone. You know what I mean? Like it may not really, it's not taboo. It just may not make sense to others because we may have a bond or a connection that could be unspoken or that goes outside of the superficial. You know what I mean? But at this moment, this may be somebody who's like feels like you guys maybe fit a certain picture or a certain ideology or a certain fantasy that they have in their mind. All right. Or this is somebody who fits a fantasy in your mind. It just with the Saturn, it just took a while. All right. It just took a while for it to happen. So and it could happen like gradually, because that's what Saturn means. It just happens gradually. Sometimes it feels like that Knight of Pentacles. It took forever. You'd be like, damn. But usually with the Pisces 12th house, this could be like somebody who you guys had love at first sight or felt connected to at first sight, first interaction, and that could make it tense, or it could make it like a serious interaction where you can't like sometimes you guys are hot, then it's cold, you don't know where we stand, what's next. So it could be an Aquarius, could be a Capricorn, could be a Pisces. All right. Where we at? Let's go with these. Wait, let's go with the before tarot. Okay, so it's gonna be somebody who has younger features. I just seen that page of source, so it's gonna be a younger feature. Somebody who learns very quickly or likes to listen to you. They be spying on y'all a lot or like be in your business. So some of y'all that are younger than you, they have control issues. So we'll see. So it's somebody who's probably trying to have a repeat cycle with y'all, because that 12th house could be like, I want to have closure, you know what I mean? Or it could just be like a repeated cycle where we end a certain way of doing shit, but then we like start over. But we just start over like with a clean slate. and act like nothing ever happened. So some of y'all could be a Leo, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn. I had Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So we got Virgo. There we go. Knight of Pentacles. All right. So we got Virgo, Gemini, Capricorn, Sag, Pisces, Scorpio, Pisces, Sag, Capricorn, Leo. Okay. And then there's Aquarius. All right. So anyway, that's all the signs I got. That's it. All right. So this is someone who has control issues. So some of y'all, it's maybe somebody who got slowed down, or just maybe somebody who like tries to keep you from like, either doesn't. Uh, you talk to them like here and there is the vibe. You talk to them here and there. Just somebody who you guys may have like power struggles with them. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like inconsistent, consistently, or you see them inconsistently, consistently. Like the Five of Pentacles could always be like a roommate, could be a neighbor, could be a coworker sometimes, could be a customer we see from time to time. Sometimes it could be like people who have been there the whole time. Because I said that with the 12th house, where they could have been there the whole time. You just never noticed them until you got to a point. So like irregularly, this person may check in on y'all. So sometimes it's somebody who like every once in a while hits you guys up. Maybe this is somebody who wants to be like a confidant or wants to be like more, some of y'all more than friends. So this may be somebody who you guys talk to like irregularly. I got the deaf here. So like this is somebody who's kind of playing with the idea of going further or going deeper with your relationship. So 12th house just means that something's being revealed to them. You know what I mean? So something that was hidden is either being revealed to them, or something that was like hidden to you is now being revealed to you. So like sometimes through inconsistently seeing this person and having interactions, because that page of swords is like small conversations. They just ask a lot of questions. They be listening a lot. You listen a lot. There's somebody who keeps tabs on you at the same time, but they don't be spying. You can see them look. This page sword is upright. They be seeing you. You be seeing them look. You maybe you guys catch eye contact. Who knows? You know what I mean? It's like they see you look at them. This is somebody who looks for you too. So like maybe if they, because like the Knight of Pentacles could like we be in a common area, but like inconsistently. So like maybe wherever they seen you last, they look for you. Because I'm noticing a dog. The dogs do that. Like if you like say a dog were to run away, they know where home is because they've been marking. So like this is somebody who maybe had marked their territory somewhere, or somebody who's like trying to mark their territory by like regularly or irregularly like connecting with you guys. You know what I mean? It's like they want to keep their presence around. Some of y'all, somebody who walked away or like stopped being as consistent, but with the deaf here, they just kind of just lingered around. So maybe y'all had a connection, but maybe it like didn't get off the ground, or it slowed down, or they stopped being as consistent. Maybe you guys stopped reaching out, they stopped reaching out. It's somebody who's been obsessing about y'all. That's what I will say. But it's somebody who also has like maybe like boundaries or like a traditional way of doing it. They're kind of like strict. Like, I can't do this. I won't do this. So they're stubborn. Especially with the strength in reverse. It's somebody who's stubborn at this moment. So some of y'all, it's somebody who's holding back from y'all that you guys maybe had a consistent pattern with. Us. Oh, y'all repeat a pattern all the time. That's what it is. Y'all have some type of pattern. So there's an ego battle that's going on. Maybe a power struggle that y'all know about, may not be. But it's somebody who you guys hold back from, or who gets upset, frustrated with y'all. They like to control the dynamic. Either y'all stopped the pattern, like y'all started being inconsistent, or they started being inconsistent. But usually with the Knight of Pentacles, this person only reaches out when they want something. Usually when they want security, or when they want some type of foundation with you. So it's somebody who likes company. They like your company. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Or they like whatever it is that you have. You know, maybe you have resources. Maybe you have a house. Maybe you have a car. Maybe you help out. You know what I mean? That Knight of Pentacles, like they help out from time to time. Maybe you help out from time to time. It's something like that. You know what I mean? But they give to get, because it's the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and that strength. So you guys will be growing closer by them like giving you stuff strategically. You know, maybe giving you stuff that you didn't ask for, because the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Five of Pentacles and the Death. Like this is somebody who wants you guys tied to them. All right. So there's maybe somebody who doesn't really have much of an opinion at times. They keep their opinion to themselves a lot, but they could be kind of judgmental. But they're also like very accepting of you. So that maybe you guys are both the same way. Like, you know, you could be judgmental, but like it's all good. So it's going to be like a time to time type of thing. Like, because especially with the Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles in reverse, it's here and there. Here and there, you guys are going to. So it's like, it's not like so much where it overwhelms you, but then some of y'all, they may try to be consistent and kind of and try to force some type of routine, or try to force some type of like consistent pattern between y'all. You know what I mean? So like this may be somebody who's, like I said, used to giving or getting, or used to only being around when there's something to gain. So that may be why you guys are growing closer. Because the Death in reverse could be somebody who's looking to obtain something you have. You know what I mean? Like maybe you have an inheritance, maybe you have security, maybe you have a house, maybe you have finances, maybe you run a business, maybe you're, you know what I mean? Maybe you have a great paying job. Maybe you're just like very self-sufficient and very helpful in a way. There's something that they want from you. You know what I mean? Most of y'all, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe it could be home or something. It's something that they would like to depend on you for. So It could just be like your loyalty, your devotion. You know what I mean? Could be that, but I don't know. With the Eight of Cups, this is somebody who's like, oh, they're using you to fill a void somewhere. And that's what it is. They're using you to fill a void. And it could just be being lonely. I really feel like it's like I just want your company. I think that's really what it is. So like, yeah, I just want to have somebody. You know what I mean? Like somewhere to come home to. So something like that, y'all. All right, so Pisces, Aquarius, Scorpio. Um, yeah, it's that's what it is. Somebody who's looking for somebody to be loyal to, or somebody to be loyal to them. It's one of the two. So maybe you guys are both looking for that. So that 12th house could be that mirror, like in the Stranger Things, where they say the upside down. It could be like the inside out, where like somebody is mirroring something that you've always wanted or needed, but didn't know that you needed. That might be why this connection comes along. Because maybe people who are just trying to get closer to y'all because y'all didn't even know that you needed people to be close to you. You know what I mean? So it's like Pisces, Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, uh, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Sag. All right. Yeah, companionship. That's what it looks like. Yeah, he said they don't like to be alone. That's what it is. They want somebody around. Just be here. Somebody can come home to. But inconsistently. They don't want it every day. So that may throw some of y'all off because it's not an everyday thing. It's not an everyday thing. All right. So let's see. So Sag. Okay, so Sag, who are you be going closer to? Okay. So it's gonna be somebody who's gonna boost your confidence. Could be a Leo. It's somebody you guys would be happy to have in your life. This might be a very self-expressive person. Could be a Capricorn, could be an Aquarius, very disciplined. Somebody got a lot of energy. Possibly somebody who works out. All right, or somebody who's just very focused. All right, the relationship between y'all move very quickly, very fast. You guys may get stable. Some of y'all just maybe somebody who comes into your life and like expands it, helps it grow. They push you to do stuff. You know what I mean? This is somebody who kind of gives you a groundedness. Even if it's a Leo, which is so rare, but like it happens. So some of y'all just maybe a mature person because we do got Saturn here. If not, just their energy is very mature. So like while they may make you happy, they may also make you grow up, but like very quickly. So being around this person, it works well. So you guys got lucky. That's all it is. You're doing the Sag thing that Sagittarius do. You guys are getting somebody who's probably a high achiever. All right, they could probably do this on their own, but for some reason they just like you. Maybe you're attractive, maybe you're very mature, maybe they see how ambitious you are. Most likely that's what it is. Most likely that's what it is. They see how ambitious you are, they see how driven you are, maybe they see how disciplined you are, how responsible you are. They like all that. That's a trait that they probably like. They probably have that same trait too, you know what I mean? Or they're just drawn to that. One or the two. But anyway, they have a nice smile. That's how you should probably know this person. But they can also be like kind of stoic, very cold, chilled, like a really chill person, but like they like, them being around, their presence around makes things better. You just notice that. Like when they're around, things just get better. So this can even be like a coworker, colleague, somebody, but like when this person's around, you just feel either you feel more motivated or you feel more like serious about what it is that you're working towards, or they inspire you in a way to like really focus or to really step your shit up. Like it's in a good way too. It's like just them being around. Like even if you don't talk to this person, just y'all being around because I see how well you're doing. And when you're around, I acknowledge that. So there's somebody who's going to acknowledge that. Like, yo, when you be around, I be we think about like I don't know if you guys be in the gym, but think about like a gym crush. When you be in the gym with certain people, certain men or women, you be like, yo, I know when they here, we fitting to get right. I'm about to put up all the weight I could put up in here because they're here. It's making me feel good. You get what I'm saying? So like, it's somebody who's like that. Even if they're a friend, it's somebody who you guys are going to have some type of connection where it just boosts your confidence. You guys get more serious about stuff. You feel inspired when they're around. That's who you're gonna grow closer to. It could be a Leo, could be Aquarius, could be a Capricorn. It's somebody who's just very beneficial to have in your corner. That's how you're gonna feel about this person because you're like, this person has on their shit. I like this. You know what I'm saying? So of course this is good because it's prime just means that it's synchronistic. It's meant to be in your life. So even if this was like a past person, we shall see. But I'm just giving you the theme of the connection and why. So let's see who this person may be. Uh, so it could be a Sag. Somebody else could be a foreigner. We got Knight of Wands. If not, it's just gonna be somebody who's just gonna come into your life. It could be somebody you guys cut off because we got Queen of Swords. But even if it's not, it's somebody who's gonna be very direct about what they expect with y'all. It could be a Cancer, Libra, Cancer, Sag, Scorpio. I do feel like it's a past person. So we got Scorpio, Leo, Aries, Scorpio, Sag, Aquarius, Capricorn, all the same signs. So, and then we got the Queen of Swords, and we got the chariot. But like, so the chariot reverse could be one or two things here. So this could be somebody who like maybe needed humbling. So maybe you guys cut this person off or kept your distance from this person. Because this could be somebody who was like maybe overly sure of themselves, maybe very pushy. Because that Knight of Wands is like, when I'm sure I want something, I want something. This is definitely somebody who's in a leadership position or has like that leadership capability. You know what I mean? They may kind of go wherever they go. Maybe they do sales. Maybe they are like a public servant and they're like in a higher position of prominence where they have to deal with people on a regular. It's somebody who's like kind of witty or like very like clever with the way they communicate too. Like they can tell a story and they can also be like very blunt. They say like bold shit. So like you like it, like this person, you could like there's a respect for this person. That's what I'm saying. Like, and this person has a respect for you because maybe you know how to like keep this person in check. So that's who or this is somebody who knows how to keep you in check. Like you guys kind of go back and forth in a way where it's like two powerhouses. And I'm inspired because you're around. I'm happy that you showed up. I'm going to be my best. It just feels good, especially with the Six of Cups. And Six of Cups in reverse, which means that you definitely grow by being around this person. You outgrow certain younger peers or certain younger facets of yourself. You know what I mean? Because this person's around, they help you mature. They help you get better. Whatever it is that you focus on, because they're around, we're getting better. So they may do something creative, but I really feel like they do something for like the public. You know what I mean? So I mean, it could still be creative, but I kind of feel like they do something for the public. If they do something creative, this person gets in the flow very easily. So they can like talk, they can broadcast, they can sing, they can just hype people up. They can talk. Some of y'all, they just talk to a lot of people. They like they're good at interacting with a lot of people. So I think this is somebody who's going to probably find you either to be attractive or somebody who just don't take no shit, and they respect that too. Because it's like, you know, bosses recognize as bosses, or like leaders recognize leaders. So it's like a healthy sense of respect. You know what I mean? You may have, like I said, you may have cut this person down the size in a way because maybe this person, like I said, is used to maybe dominating relationships, conversations. So like maybe you said something clever back to them. You know what I mean? Like they said something to you, you said something back. It was like, ooh, baby got a little bite here. Okay. You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? So you may have said something that caught this person's attention where it's like, oh, okay. I see what you, okay, you on something. You don't put up with just anything. So this is somebody who respects you. You got their acknowledgement. So you guys gonna be growing closer to them. Could be a like somebody who's in a leadership position or like in a bossy position. Two things. One, they could either have car issues, like they don't have a car, or maybe our car is like always going through something, or this is somebody who like has a very nice vehicle. Like they may change vehicles often, or they have like a even it could some of y'all could be like a throwback vehicle, like an old school vehicle, or like an old school car. They stay like a short distance from y'all. So that may be that. I know they're planning on like approaching you guys, but this is somebody who's super cool. So like they're not gonna like do too much to kind of catch your attention. They're gonna be strategic about it. And I mean they can be blunt about it, but like with the Knight of Wands, it's after I start to warm up to you, then I'm gonna be bold, then I'm gonna be bolder. So there's somebody who you guys are gonna warm up to, and then they're gonna start being bolder. Some of y'all may be more like a sexual connection because of the Knight of Swords, but like it'll be sexual with boundaries, but with clear intentions. So like you ain't just fucking on them or you ain't just doing whatever with them. You know what to expect with this person. They know what to expect with y'all. So it'd be a good vibe because the Trine is here. It's a good vibe. So it's gonna be one that just kind of flows very quickly, very easily. Some of y'all is travel involved because the Chariot and the Knight of Wands. They may travel to see y'all. If it's somebody who misses y'all because of the Six of Cups in reverse, or somebody who's like still maybe you guys didn't have the best experiences with them, just somebody who's grown up now, matured, and now they know what they want, or like, yeah, they're more focused on what they want. So they're going to try to move the connection a little bit further. So it could be that too. That's the type of energy, but the trying just means that you guys are meant to like sync up or meet up. So it's somebody who's going to be meant in your life as a chance to grow or to evolve to another level, you know, mature to another level. All right, so could be a Libra, Cancer, Aries, Scorpio, Leo, Sag, Aquarius, Capricorn. Yep, that was it. All right. I would normally say they don't play no games, but they do play games. But they like to like chase and pursue partners, but they also like to know where things are. So it could be a little complex, but like it's still fun. It should just kind of, you know what I mean? It should just probably go anyway. You said, yo, imagine having someone cold and detached in the winter. Yeah, I mean they heat up though. It's just in the beginning stages. You know, sometimes people gotta warm up to you. You know what I mean? Some people don't just jump right into like loving you and shit. I mean, I feel you. Like I do believe that you should just love me when you meet me, but like I understand that sometimes you have to warm up to me. I didn't understand that at first, but like, over time I realized like, yeah, if I had to love everybody that just approached me, then I would be kind of upset too. So, giving people grace here. That's me maturing and growing up and recognizing. Take your time, young man. Okay, so Scorpio, what was the question again? Oh yeah, who will you be going closer to? Shit. All right, so somebody you guys had conflict with. All right. So some of you guys may have had issues like maybe getting to the bottom of the connection between y'all, maybe power struggles. Some of y'all they could be foreign or just not your usual type. We'll see, we shall see. There's gonna be somebody you guys are gonna communicate with or start like this would be so square means that you're gonna struggle with it at first. So this would be somebody you guys get off on the wrong foot with. All right. So maybe somebody who you don't even want to deal with, but you guys will be growing closer because that square means after we separated and went our own ways, then we have a moment for self-reflection. And then we come to a compromise or we come to a deeper understanding of what the other person was going through or what their life experiences may have meant to them. So this would be somebody who's doing that with you or somebody who you're going to do that with. It may go both ways because that square just means that there's a need for compromise and self-reflection. So maybe you did them wrong, maybe they did you wrong, your value, your philosophies or your way of living is totally different from theirs. You know what I mean? The way you see the world and the way they see your world are totally different. So that's where the issue is. So the Scorpio energy could like sometimes touch on the square in the Scorpio energy could maybe touch on like insecurities around maybe vulnerabilities, maybe around loss, around fears, around jealousy, possessiveness, around like, I don't know, power dynamics. It could be around sexuality. So some of y'all could be somebody you guys were afraid to express sexuality with, or somebody who is afraid to express sexuality with you. But because the ninth house is here, there's going to be a connection that's going to have a deep, profound meaning because it's going to rub you wrong in the first place, or you're going to have conflict, inner turmoil yourself about what you should do. So it may like make you be overly strategic. It's going to make you change your perspective and change your outlook on people and like the world at large and like what you can and can't do or what you will and won't do, what you will and won't accept. It's going to help you expand, but like it's going to cause you frustration at first. It's going to piss you off at first. And maybe not always piss you off. It just make you uncomfortable, irritated. It's going to make you want to do stuff that you've never done before to attain something you've never had before, just to have a new experience. And that's why it's going to add meaning because it's going to be somebody where you're going to have to do something that you normally wouldn't do to obtain a feeling that you've never obtained. You know what I mean? So maybe you want a certain type of relationship. It's going to cause you to go against maybe a certain value system or a certain deep core like belief that you said, I would never. You know what I mean? Like there'd be some women that say, I'll never spend money on a man. Then you meet a person who you feel drawn to spending money on, and you've never done that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like some people get married and they be like, I never will do that. I never thought I would do this. Or some people have children after saying all their life they would never have children. Or some people do stuff that against their own moral code that like kind of like forces them to like do something that they normally wouldn't do to obtain this. You know what I mean? So that's what's going to be happening here for y'all. So it's going to be a deeper connection, all right, on a psychological level, but also on like a philosophical level, where it may make you feel like anything is possible. Where at one time you didn't see it being that way, it's possible now. So that's what I'm saying. That's why it has meaning, because what you thought you wouldn't be able to do or wouldn't be okay with, this person comes into your life, and that's where the meaning comes from. Like, oh, you can do that. So it could be a Gemini. Some of y'all, maybe somebody you guys are like separated from or not talking to, because the Knight of Swords is in reverse. So yeah, some of y'all could be. It could be somebody who maybe misled y'all or led y'all astray at one time. But anyway, I get this person wanting to like talk about a relationship. So there may have been an issue about the type of connection y'all had. Maybe y'all had conflicting views or conflicting lifestyles. But I do feel, yeah, we got Knight of Cups in reverse. So it's somebody who maybe hesitated building a connection or a partnership with y'all, because we got Ten of Cups, Knight of Cups, Ace of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the Fool in reverse. So it's somebody who hesitated taking a risk with y'all. They maybe felt like it would have been foolish to take a risk with y'all because maybe you weren't, like I said, it wasn't, or you may have felt this way, either which way. But it's somebody where you guys felt like it wasn't fitting my picture. That's what it was. So it's somebody who feels like you either didn't fit the aesthetic that they were looking for, which could be appearance. It could be like maybe you like, I don't know, maybe you have children, maybe you don't have children, maybe you're like a nurturer, maybe you're not a nurturer, maybe you're like really fine dressed. It's just like you just didn't fit the aesthetic that they were looking for at the time or the image that they had in their mind about relationships. So it's somebody who now has like had some time apart from you, and they're going to talk to y'all with the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Cups. This is somebody who's coming back. That's a karmic lover. It's a karmic lover. So most of y'all is gonna be somebody who you guys had the experience with already, but it just didn't really get off the ground. Maybe you lost interest, maybe they lost interest, but that Knight of Cups could be fickle. So maybe you lost interest, maybe they lost interest, maybe you just didn't fit the aesthetic, maybe they didn't fit your aesthetic. Something has changed. Something about them has evolved. All right. So maybe they've had more experiences. Some of y'all they became famous. because we do got the Knight of Pentacles here. If not famous, they've stepped their shit up, is what I will say. So that may be where the conflict comes, because you may have seen this person a certain way. You know what I mean? So if it's like for y'all, it's like maybe if it's not them stepping their shit up, it's you stepping your shit up. So it's somebody who had maybe at one time couldn't see themselves in a relationship with y'all, or you couldn't see yourself in a relationship with them, but they feel guilty for not initiating or for not getting to know you guys past the superficial. That's what I'm saying. All right. Or you may feel this way about this person, and that may be why you give them a chance. It could be in any which way, there's ways, you know what I mean? But Ten of Cups is here. So you guys will have some type of relationship. This is somebody who maybe is a love them and leave them type of person, but they make it seem like they're not. They make it seem like they're not. You know what I'm saying? But like this is somebody who like talks their way into relationships, and then some of y'all they get bored. Like I got the Fool here with the Nine of Swords. Like this is somebody who like deals with anxiety or deals with like fears of loss. So that may be what triggers y'all. Y'all have the same fear of losing a partner, of someone not being there for you, or someone not, expressing love in this light, because that means they don't care about me. If they don't buy me stuff, if they don't do this, if they don't approach me, if they don't chase me, if they don't wine and dine me, if they don't serenade me, if they don't wash and clean my clothes, if they don't pay for my shape up, then she don't love me. If she don't get clingy, she don't love me. Just somebody's breaking y'all out of that. Whatever those little bullshit things be to you, we all have them. So like whatever those be, that's who you guys are growing closer to. So it may have been somebody you guys weren't attracted to at first, and now that something has changed, you know what I mean? So some of y'all, maybe this could be somebody who's like grown on you guys emotionally since they've been gone. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden you kind of see them differently. Maybe they're a little bit more bolder because the Knight of Swords is here, which means that they're going to say something that may come about abruptly or come about like unplanned or unthought about. They just feel drawn to saying something to you that they feel like they should have said. Because the Knight of Swords is here, which means they could be kind of shy or just like I said, have like anxiety and a fear of like maybe loss or a fear of rejection or a fear of like ridicule or a fear of like looking bad to others. You know what I mean? Like this somebody, some of y'all, this could be like a man that like, I don't know how I can express it, but I always think about like women that like say that they want to, or they say they want a relationship but they don't really want the relationship. They just want like the appearance of the relationship. Like I just want to say that we're boyfriend and girlfriend. They don't really give a shit about being boyfriend and girlfriend because they're not really doing what like would be like needed in the relationship. It's just for appearance. That's what I'm kind of getting with this Ten of Cups and this Knight of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse. They're just saying what they want to say because they want the experience with y'all. So some of y'all they just want to have sex. And then others of y'all, they just like, because like maybe you're going through a glow up. Maybe you become famous. Maybe you become popular. It's something. It's some of y'all is for status and just for the experience. Like you may be a big deal, but they could be a big deal. It could be either which one. I'm just getting that vibe. It's either which one, but somebody that didn't initiate in the past and was afraid. So some of y'all, they're a creator, singer, rapper, artist, poet. I was even thinking like a porn star for some of y'all. So that may be kind of wild. So, but they don't have to be that way. They could just be like very sexual. I get like a very sexual person. All right, so it could be a Scorpio, Sag, Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini, Aries, Scorpio, Aquarius, Sag, Aries, Aquarius, Scorpio, Gemini, Pisces. All right, so that's what I got. So that's for Scorpio. Okay, what's up there? Higher evolution. Yeah, you just missed a little bit. You ain't missed a whole lot, just a little bit. Let's look at the Scorpio. Let's look at Libra though. Let's get into Libra business. Libra. Okay. So Libra, who you guys be growing closer to? So let's see, that's the theme behind this person. So Sag, so some of y'all is gonna be an explorer or somebody who's from a distance, or you guys gonna be just like meeting them as a when you're in a time of travel or when you're in a time of exploration where you're either trying to get to know yourself better or getting to know the world around y'all. So it could even include being in a different environment. And yeah, you may see this person regularly. So some of y'all is maybe a foreign person or a person who comes from a distance that you guys build some type of structure, routine, consistency with. Could be a Virgo, could be a Pisces, could be a Sag. Either which way, it's going to be a big deal to y'all. That's what I will say. So some of y'all, somebody you guys see regularly, but like there's a big deal. They mean a lot to y'all. They have a big purpose. You may kind of felt that way, just by being around them. Like, when this person's around, I feel more optimistic. Maybe they hype you up. This could be a hype man, hype woman. So they may hype you up. They may, I don't know, check on you consistently. With the sixth house, there could be a colleague. This could be somebody who's into service, into health, somebody who's into fitness, diet, somebody who's into like being consistent for themselves, showing up for themselves. They may be single or independent or just used to doing stuff on their own, but things work very well. They're very self-sufficient. Like this may be somebody who's like a very lucky person, and just whenever they put time, energy, effort into something, you see something. You see some type of results or gains from what they do. So it may be somebody you guys see regularly. So if it's a foreigner, they travel to y'all regularly, or you run into them regularly, or something like that. Well, I feel like something just fell, or something along the lines of that. Um, so it could be a Capricorn, could be a Pisces. Yeah, it's definitely going to. This may be somebody who feels like you guys are off limits. So maybe there's something like a vibe of it being off limits. Because I've seen the devil and I've seen the hangman in reverse. So it could be something like that, where there's like something off limits, or like this could be like a temptation. Some of y'all maybe could have waited for this person, because like the Sagittarius means there's gonna be somebody who's gonna take bold action on y'all. So some of y'all, they may take a trip, they may explore. Like I said, there's travel that's involved. So I don't know. I got, yeah, Page of Swords. So somebody's been keeping tabs on you at this moment. So somebody who like reaches out. Page of Swords is somebody who keeps like, keeps tabs on you. Yo, what you doing? They check on you. They're curious. They just want to like, keep touch. I got 10 of cups. Some of y'all, they could be in a relationship, but then others of y'all, it's just somebody who keeps general conversation. It's never like nothing too major, too deep, but like, you like hearing from this person. So it'd be somebody who like, if you were to hear from them, you'd be happy to hear from them. But the conversations are never really that deep. They're kind of like witty, maybe funny, sarcastic. They reply if you reply back, you know what I mean? Or they talk if you talk back. So it's somebody who watches you and keeps tabs. I will say that, but not like sneaking or like, you can see this person watching you. So like if this was like your stories or some shit, you know that they're watching you. It's not like I got a fake page and I'm looking at you from a corner. No, I'm looking at you. You see me. I'm in your likes. I'm in your views. You know what I mean? You see me at wherever, and like just to be somebody who holds general conversation with you. They'll talk. You know what I mean? So some of y'all, they come from a distant place, so they may have an accent, but if they don't, maybe they just come from a different country, city, state, town, east side, west side, who knows? You know what I mean? They could be shorter than you, or not shorter than you, they could be just short for their height. You know what I mean? Maybe that's possible too. I get like usually this one, the Page of Swords, they're usually white people. So they could possibly be white, but they don't have to be. They could just be lighter skin. Very social person. This might be a whole conversation. We got 3 cups. So it could be somebody who's in your friend group, or possibly somebody who's in like a group setting, or it's going to be somebody who could be like maybe a follow on social media because it's 3 cups. So that's a friend. So whatever way it could be a friend, but it could just be that they're social. They're pleasant. You know what I mean? This is somebody who you guys can talk to, and they like, like you guys would build up off of talking to each other. 2 of Pentacles too. So this is somebody again who's playing with the idea of it maybe going further, or your connection expanding, becoming more. So this somebody's gonna start asking questions. Maybe some of y'all about your romantic life. Maybe you can ask them about your romantic life. It could be both ways. You know what I mean? Somebody who may show up as a friend first, but like we explore a little bit more because of like, because of talking to them, and I think they're kind of like smart like me. I think that they're kind of cool. You know what I mean? So you said no, not shorter than me. I don't know how short you are, but like, I mean, if you like 5'2", 5'1", that could be kind of short. But like, I don't know. I don't know how tall you are. So it's like for some women 5'9". So like if a guy's 5'7", he's short. Or if she's like 6'2", you know what I mean? She may be like, hey, I need a taller guy, or a guy who's like 5'11" at least, or something. You know what I mean? I don't know. So anyway, yeah. So this very argumentative person, opinionated too. That's what it is. This is somebody who's openly opinionated. That's probably why you guys are like connect, because like they're somebody you guys can socialize with and talk to and ask all like funny ass questions, and they're just very like, I don't know, inquisitive, and they're a good listener more than anything. This is somebody who's a good listener. They'll reply back what you said to them. That's what that Page of Swords do. They be eavesdropping, and then they go relay the messages. So somebody who does that. So they may have also a lot of information, a lot of trips, a lot of experiences that they've learned, and you guys kind of connect on that too. So I think it's like a trip maybe, or like, you guys are going somewhere. You guys maybe like get to know this person. Maybe you guys exchange numbers. Like maybe you're going somewhere and they were at a party, at an event, and you guys like, maybe you're in their environment, they're in your environment, and we start, and we kind of connect, and it's like, hey, let's just go from there. Because I got 2 of Pentacles here, so it could be somebody else like a coast to coast is the kind of vibe I'm picking up, but like, I don't know. I don't know where you guys live, so I may not say it, but that's the vibe I was kind of picking, because the Page of Wands and the High Priestess inverse is really like a more superficial relationship. You just find them to be maybe attractive. Maybe they're rarely seen. Maybe this is somebody who's normally unattainable. Like I said, some of y'all, they could be off limits in some way, or it is like a taboo, or like I shouldn't be dealing with this person. Like it could be like a guilty pleasure to some of y'all. Like they're just fun to be around. You find them to be really entertaining, funny to talk to. Like, you learn little stuff from them. They have anecdotal information or like knowledges and shit like that. So and something like that. Somebody who has like a lot of different information about stuff that people traditionally wouldn't know about. So some of y'all they could be like in the underground maybe, or I don't know. But you guys are going to talk to each other more. Like they have like a so with the high priest of reverse, they have a they may not either they try to keep up with unrealistic beauty standards or they don't focus on it at all. So it's one of the two. Either they try to play into it, man or woman. So they either try to be like bodybuilder thin or bodybuilder like shape man wise or something like that. Or they like try to have like the money, the look with the like, finances and the car and the status and all that. Or it's a woman who's like plays herself to be into that. You know what I mean? So it's one of those two. So like if it's a woman, she's into that. She's into like maybe dealing with, let's say, the ballers or dealing with like high profile people or like status people. Even if she's not really into them, she just kind of deals with them because of like other people can't. You know what I'm saying? So like it kind of gives that vibe. But anyway, they're really social. They just want to have the experience. Most of y'all, they just want to have the experience. So they're kind of playing with the idea of like maybe how deep or like how much to reveal about themselves to initiate with you. So it's somebody who wants to say stuff about you or say stuff to you and reveal more about themselves, but they also kind of want to keep it like, casual, not really serious. So it may be like hot and cold, you know what I mean, when you hear from this person, when you guys interact with each other. So, all right. So it could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, Pisces, Sag. This could be a lighter person. I get like a lighter complexion person, but they don't have to be. They could be, they could be white, they could be Asian, they could be Hispanic. I get like a lighter, but then we got the wand. So they could be tanner or have like browner hair, reddish, brownish hair. All right. But usually it's like a shorter person. Even if they're taller than you, they're short for like their height or whatever, or for their gender. All right. Even if it's a woman. So you may be shorter than most women then. You know what I mean? So yeah, Virgo, Pisces, Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sag. That was almost all the signs. That was almost all the signs. You might as well just say all of them, but Scorpio didn't pop out. It's gonna be somebody who's gonna be like clever with how they approach y'all too, or how like the connection evolves between y'all. You may like them. They funny. They be funny sometimes. They be saying shit. You like that's kind of funny. It just starts off as like being social, friendly, and then it leads into more. All right. So Virgo. Okay, so Virgo, who you guys be going closer to? Okay. Oh, I need a little water. I'm a little parched. A little parched. Hmm. Okay. So let's see. So Virgo, who you be going closer to? Okay, who is it? Aquarius? It's gonna be 11th house. So it's gonna be somebody who has a large following, or it's gonna be somebody who you guys are gonna meet through maybe organization, group, like large group get-togethers, or a place where there's a lot of people. So this would be somebody who you guys maybe single out, or they single you out in some way, or you guys may connect on social media because 11th house can be where a lot of people are. So this maybe somebody, like I said, has a large following or just has a lot of people around them. They could maybe connect or network very well. Yeah, Libra energy. So some of y'all, there's gonna be somebody you guys have a partnership or feel closely bonded, connected to. Could be Cancer, could be a Libra, could be a Aquarius. All right. So the relationship that you're gonna have is probably not be like your traditional type of relationship, but it will be like one that's very harmonious and very balanced. What's up there, Marie? All right. So it's NYC Marie. See what I'm saying? All right. So they're a friendly person, outgoing person, very easy to get along with. That's the first thing. So that's probably why. That's the theme. You guys will see each other like you'll want to do for this person what they do for you. That's what I'm saying. So this some of y'all, this could be somebody who's in a higher level than you, but then others of y'all, this could just be somebody who can just is like in the position where maybe you want to give back to them. So even if you're a higher level than them, you just kind of feel like I don't know. Some of y'all could feel like drawn to giving to this person or being generous with this person or like reciprocating what they do with you. You know what I mean? That's the vibe I'm getting. All right. Fourth house though could be reconciliation for some of y'all, or like just a relationship that just feels cozy and comfy instantly. You guys may be friends and you may be able to like reveal vulnerabilities, tell them stuff that makes you uncomfortable. Well, yeah, you'll feel secure around this person, but it's not normally like talking about like your fears and stuff. It's usually talking about stuff that you guys both agree on. Like they're very agreeable, whoever this person is, they're very agreeable. Like I said, they may not be the relationship dynamic may not be your usual type, is what I more so mean. So like how we do connections, that ain't it. We don't normally do it that way. But you will feel like in your feminine energy around this person, or you will feel like this person cares about you, or has your best interest in mind. You'll want to do the same for this person. So it could be friends because the 11th house. But this could also be like maybe a follower, maybe it's on social media. Maybe you connect on social media. You guys may have the same like value system or same belief system, or like what I mean. Say something about kids or about family and agree on that. Like, hey, you know what I mean. Some of y'all they may be a homeowner because of the fourth house, so it could be a homeowner, or it's maybe somebody who like becomes a move-in partner. We got the judgment here, so it's definitely somebody who feels like it was love at first sight. If it's a past person, it's a past person that wants to breathe life or new life into your relationship, wants to forgive and forget. All right, let's do it again. All right. I really feel like this person has followers, subjects, or something. Like they have a lot of influence over people. So that may be what you like about this person. Like, the impact that they either have on y'all or the impact that this person has on people. You may feel called to like be in a relationship with this person. Some of y'all may feel called to marry them in a way. You know what I mean? So this may be a relationship where it's like becoming romantic. Some of y'all is gonna be a past person or somebody who's come back, reconsidered your relationship. I really feel that. We got Six of Swords in reverse. So it may be somebody who maybe took a while to reply back or come back to you or something like that. So that may be how y'all connect. I don't know. I know that they're gonna be friendly. All right. The judgment just means that this person's going to take action where maybe they stalled out before. So this means that they may pick up conversations or pick up like where y'all left off at. I really feel that. It's Three of Pentacles. So it could be somebody you guys work with or somebody you guys see inconsistently, but they're going to be subtle about it. We got Seven of Swords here. So they're going to probably, some of them are going to try to be friendly, social, strategic, maybe just be around a little bit more. Maybe you can ask questions. They're going to take action in ways that like is unusual to them. So they may involve y'all in stuff, include y'all in stuff, like maybe invite y'all into like their close proximity, maybe invite you to their house. That's how you know. If they invite you to their house, that's how you know you're getting close. Or if they invite you into their place of like sanctuary or place of like security, maybe you'll feel comfortable doing that with this person. Because if it's a newer person, it's somebody who you guys are gonna feel love at first sight with, or they're gonna feel that way with you. And if they feel that way with you, then they're gonna invite you to their house. If you feel that way with them, you're gonna invite them to your house or like in your place of like sanctuary or of like security. So like it could be anywhere. Like when I say that, it could be like you can come sit in my car. You can, you know what I mean, or you can come sit on my porch or come at my house, or you know what I mean, or meet me at my hangout spot where I don't tell people I be at. You know what I mean? So it could be that. Like meet me at the trap. I don't never let nobody come here. And meet me at my house, my other house that I never let people come to. It could be like that. Like this may be somebody who you guys may have access or special privileges because of. They don't really have much of a social group, so this would be somebody who probably singles you out because they don't really socialize with a lot of people. So they probably like you because maybe you don't socialize with a lot of people. You know what I mean? So y'all had that little bond because of that. You know what I mean? But I kind of get them taking a while to like reply back. Like they may be doing a lot because Three of Pentacles, like this somebody is very productive, so they get a lot done throughout the day. So I kind of feel like you may work with them or you be around them. Like if you don't work with them, you see them consistently. Some of y'all could be just online. I see them every day. Maybe they post every day, or maybe I don't know, maybe they interact with me every day. Maybe they send you reels, TikToks. It's something. You guys will have a pattern. So it's somebody who like I said, takes a while to like either reply or to come back. You know what I'm saying? You're talking out loud again. What happened? What I miss? What I miss? Okay, so anyway, so yeah, it just takes them a little while to like reply. It's a strategy to it. So it's yeah, I don't know. Some of y'all could be somebody who you guys unfollowed because now we got the Three of Cups in reverse. So like it could be that, or it could be somebody who unfollowed you or whatever. They just follow you back now. Like the Seven of Swords, like subtly, they don't say it. I just come back now, especially with the judgment. It's somebody who like doesn't want to judge the past situation. So maybe they thought about it at first, and then they were like, well, in hindsight, I do miss Virgo. So like, I want to be back around a Virgo. So some of y'all, somebody who followed you, then unfollowed you, or you followed them, then unfollowed them, or something like that. They may add y'all back, or y'all may become friends again, or something along the lines of that. You know what I mean? But it's going to be in a subtle way because I definitely see that. It's going to be in a subtle way. Either you're going to view them differently because of the Three of Pentacles. You're going to view them differently and like want to renew the connection, or they're going to view you differently. So somebody you guys are giving a second chance to, or somebody who's giving a second chance to y'all. The relationship has new life. All right. So it could be Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, Scorpio, Virgo, Gemini, Cancer, Libra, Aquarius, Sag, Pisces, Scorpio. Is that awesome? Maybe. Mhm. All right, so Leo. Let's see, Leo. He's off your Discord. What is the Discord? I don't know what that really is, though. I've heard people say that, and it just sounds so cool. Like, yeah, get off the Discord. What is that? What is it exactly? So I can be in the know too. At this point, I may need a matchmaker and pop the bloom situation. I mean, at that point, you just be like taking whatever comes your way. Then you're like, I just gotta take the best of what's around, which is what you can do already. You don't even need balloons to do that shit. You can just take what's around right now and just not be so critical, not be so picky. But I know as women, it's hard for y'all to like not just take anything. I'll be with you. I'll be with you. You don't gotta take anything. You know what I mean? All right. So Leo, what's coming your way? Also, what's coming your way? Who you be going closer to? Somebody strategically trying to get closer to y'all. Could be a Scorpio, all right, or somebody you guys gonna have intense relationships or intense connection with. Could be a Scorpio, could be a Capricorn, could be another Leo. All right. So there's somebody who's over the top. Some of y'all, they could be a business person, like a big persona. I was thinking like a salesperson or somebody who's like, maybe some of y'all could be into like crime or crookedness. If they're into crime, they big time. Like they ain't just like, you know what I mean, no run of the mill nickel and dimer. This is somebody who seems to be big time. Or if they run a business, this is somebody who's like serious with that business. So some of y'all, they're an entertainer, actor, or somebody who just be around these type of people, or just somebody who's like you're gonna meet who's like that. So they may be this type of person. Like if they're not around these people, then they're this type of person. So you may have a secretive connection with them because the Scorpio came out first. It says Discord is a free app for people to join chat communities. Oh, okay. And people hosting groups can sell products. Oh, that's fire. Oh, Discord, huh? Oh, I might have to check that out and see what the Discord app is. Huh. That's another way to make some money, huh? I like that. And people just like you, so they just join in. Sounds good to me. Sounds like right up my alley. Okay, so some of y'all are somebody who's like strategically trying to get closer to y'all. So like because we got Capricorn energy, just somebody who's probably either been very resilient, or this is somebody who you guys had to be resilient with, like consistent with. You know what I mean? Maybe you had this somebody who either you want to gain the approval of, or somebody who's strategically trying to gain the approval of you. You know what I'm saying? You have to send the link. Oh, okay. I don't have it yet, but when I do, I definitely will send y'all a link. Y'all need to know it. All right, so some of y'all gonna be somebody you guys want to impress, or somebody who wants to impress y'all. Either which way, it takes this person a while to like maybe get up the confidence, or it took this person a while to gain the confidence, or somebody who you took a while to get up the confidence to approach. It's this took a little while because the Capricorn was in the middle. So it's strategic, cautious, planning to like show off or to impress you or to win your approval, whoever this is. You guys may do this to each other. You know what I mean? I can't really tell who's doing what. So I may say this is them. It may be your behavior. Who knows? I don't want to try to figure that out. It confuses me sometimes trying to figure out who do what. It's just the energy of. All right. So they, like I said, some of y'all they may be a business owner. If not, they're very materialistic. They be dressing maybe flashy or like they spend money on like stuff, shit that means something. You like, oh, that shit means something. Maybe they buy a paint, artwork, something, or they be like having high class, high grade stuff. You know what I mean? If they don't, they just kind of carry themselves in that light. Like that may be their personality. That may be like their trait. I was gonna say their character flaw. So some of y'all they may have a character flaw of being like a show off of a bossy person, really extroverted though. So like they can make some money. That's what I'm saying. So whoever it is like somebody who can make some money. They have a lot of influence. I kind of feel like they be loud too, where it kind of comes off as like I know I'm the shit. So that may be like, you know what I mean? This person talks where you can hear their voice elevated. They be talking like they the shit. And they may be, but like I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like they may be very attractive in like maybe they're sexual, like they may have like more of a sexual energy and they may have like a great personality or like a great way of like, you know, presenting themselves, selling themselves, you know what I mean? Usually with the Scorpio and Leo, they're attractive in their physical body and they're attractive in their charisma and their charm. So it could be a Leo, it could be a Cancer. All right. So some of y'all, somebody who took advantage of y'all in the past, or somebody who's going to try to take advantage of an interaction that they're going to have with you with the moon. Yeah, yeah. You may have a secret affair with this person, or this person's like playing right now with the idea about like making their appearance known to you or something like that. So with the moon here, I kind of get this person may follow y'all secretly, or is like observing y'all in secret. The moon just means it's somebody who's idolized, romanticized, fantasized about you. All right. With the moon here, this maybe somebody you guys are wondering how they feel about you. So they could be an entertainer or actor or somebody who's like in the public eye at this moment, or just like gets a lot of attention and all that. With the page with the King of Cups in reverse, this could be somebody who either ended a long-term relationship with somebody else, or this is somebody who has fears around long-term commitment with people. So maybe they get into relationships for like more practical reasons, or they get into relationships like with whoever has the highest to give them. You know what I mean? So like maybe you, if you like, let's say, or they have the person who like appreciates them giving them stuff. So like if they're a business owner or somebody who has a lot of money, some of y'all they have generational wealth because we got 10 of Pentacles. So some of y'all they have generational wealth or they come up on generational wealth. So it could even be that. So it could be one or two. Or they be dealing with like taxes, insurance, maybe people's paperwork, maybe the government in a way or something like that. So this could be somebody who like is into like money in that way. I don't know. Maybe that could make them like a banker or some shit like that, or just knows finances. Maybe they're financially educated in that way. Because with the King of Cups in reverse, that could be a shifty businessman at times. You know what I mean? They know like, they know the tricks in the trade of like, like I said, maybe taxes, credit, and all that shit. They know how to use credit to their advantage. So some of y'all, they could be like that. Like this could be a scammer, but they don't have to be. With the moon here, sometimes the obscurity with how they get the money. Because the Two of Pentacles from the moon to the King of Cups, I said it could be a shifty business owner, but they don't have to be. Like they could just have maybe like, if it's a woman, an example of that being shifty could be like men give her gifts, expensive gifts, or give her money that kind of comes out of nowhere. Like, babe, where'd you get that money from? How'd you get 500 in your cash up out of nowhere? Who sent you 2,000 out of nowhere? Like, how'd that happen? You know what I mean? So some of y'all could be somebody who does that for you, or it could be somebody who like, is like always wondering about you, questioning about you. But anyway, I feel like it may be somebody you guys are giving up on too. Kind of feels that way. But they're playing with the idea because they just somebody who cares a lot more than what they let on about you. So this could be somebody who's like emotionally clingy at times, but like you wouldn't know it because they do a sucky job of expressing it. With the King of Cups, they only express it when they want something, or they only express it when like you're around. So like this is somebody who doesn't like, like it's hot cold. So some days, like if you're like in their presence, then they're like, oh babe, like almost like the Knight of Cups. But it's the King of Cups. So it's somebody who can like overwhelm you with emotion, affection, but like they can also be strategic with it too, because the King of Cups is reversed. So that means that they can be emotionally manipulative at times. So like when this person wants maybe your affection, your love, they take advantage of you, like your feelings and all that. So they may be overly generous. I think that's what's going to happen. They may be overly generous, maybe very giving. That's how they warm up to you. It's strategic. You know what I mean? Like it's somebody who knows you care and they care too, but they don't like you knowing how much they care because then you'll have more power in the relationship. And they don't. This is somebody who like has fears that like you'll take advantage of me. They have fears of being taken advantage of with the people that they love. So Ten of Pentacles in reverse just means that this person maybe is like trying to break a family response or a family pattern when it comes to long-term relationships and whatever that may be for them. Who knows? Maybe they could have got married young. Maybe they could have maybe they've never been married. Maybe they came from a broken household. Maybe they had a certain way that like maybe like they had to be married in order to like have the family inheritance. Maybe they had to wait. Maybe they had to marry like maybe their ethnic group or they had to marry a certain person in order to get there. You know what I mean? I'm just giving you an example. Like it could be like any of that like because the moon sometimes is like shrouded in mystery or shrouded in like sometimes like taboo stuff that like are fears, irrational fears that like I can't do that because then I won't be able to do this. But you could. You're just worried about maybe the wrong things. So this could be somebody who worries about the wrong things at times, worst case scenarios and shit like that. Worries about being taken advantage of in a way that maybe never will happen. You know what I mean? Because the King of Cups is like he's mature. You know what I mean? So like this somebody doesn't know how to respond to other people's emotions. But you guys will be growing together because Two of Pentacles in the moon. So you may be helping them like deal with their fears, face their fears. You know what I mean? Where maybe at one time they wouldn't have engaged with it. Now they're learning to adapt. You know what I mean? And they do the same thing for you, where maybe you wouldn't have engaged that in this type of dynamic, but now you're learning how to adapt. You know what I mean? So it's going to come from like a change of perspective or a change of like interaction. You know what I mean? So maybe it's like a generous offer from them or like an emotional expression that comes kind of like where it makes you question, like, what is that? You know what I mean? Or them sharing of themselves in a way where you're like, where you're kind of curious and like it makes you like wonder, like, what was that? What does that mean? Maybe you see them in your stories. Maybe they play with you a little bit differently. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't know. Some of y'all, they could draw back from interacting with you as much. And that could like maybe make you curious or wonder what's next, what happens next. So you may kind of feel that way with this person. They bring a lot of passion into your life, or a lot of like excitement, intensity, because we got Scorpio first, a lot of intensity, a lot of like sexual energy, a lot of enticing energy, you know what I mean? And like some of y'all affects your control issues or affects your you not knowing what's next. That may be what you like about this person, not knowing what's next. All right, so it could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Virgo, Gemini, Leo, Pisces, Sag, Leo, Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn. All right. Yep. Yep. Let's see. So Cancer. That's true. That's what I like about tarot. It just kind of like reveals all the stuff at the bottom. And if you can kind of look at it from a detached way, you can see that we're all not wrong. We're all just trying to get our own life experiences. You know what I mean? Like it's terrible, like the way some things turn out, because like where it may be favorable for you, it's horrible. It's hell for me. And where it may be like a heaven or earth for me, it may be the worst thing ever for you. So I understand it. You know what I mean? It's just life. Maybe it's me having that Libra moon and being able to see both sides. So anyway, Cancer, let's see. Cancer, who you guys growing closer to? Okay, we got opposition. So it's gonna be somebody you guys have a hot, cold relationship with, or somebody who you guys have to figure out who takes lead in the relationship. So you guys may be dating somebody who's probably used to being treated the same way that you guys are being treated. So like if you're spoiled, this person's spoiled. If you're used to like maybe being pampered or something, or used to being like, I don't know, whatever dynamic you're used to having in a relationship, this person may be you too. All right. They mirror you. So this would be a relationship where you guys are probably seeking balance. You guys have to have a diplomatic approach with each other. So it could be an Aquarius. So far, that's what we got. Aquarius. So this may be somebody who wants to either make good or resolve an issue between y'all. So you guys maybe like going back and forth with this person, trying to negotiate, trying to like, get what you want. And somebody you guys may have a taboo connection with. Some of y'all they may be gay. Some of you, or it's maybe like a same-sex thing, maybe. And then others of y'all, it's used to be like somebody you guys feel like you probably shouldn't be dealing with, but you see them regularly or they interact with you regularly. So somebody you guys have a hot, cold connection, but they're going to start being consistent with you. So if it's not you seeing them as a taboo connection, then there's somebody who sees you as a taboo connection, and they're going to start checking up on you. So it's going to be a relationship where you're going to feel empowered by it because you're doing something that you feel like you shouldn't do. So like Kimmy, where you're like, Aquarius is done. Oh, I mean, like not you, Kimmy, but like let's say that you're like, I'm not dealing with her or him anymore. This is somebody who you guys will deal with. Because maybe they talk to you regularly, because they reach out to you regularly, or because in hindsight you see where maybe if I just would have did this compared to this, I could have got a different outcome. You get what I mean? So like something about this relationship, you know what I mean? You said I spit out my shrimp scampi. So it's like somebody who like you feel more empowered by seeing them regularly. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense now. Okay, so you guys are gonna go closer because you talk to them regularly because you see them regularly. So that's why. That's why you're going to feel empowered by this person because they talk to you regularly. You talk to them regularly. Maybe you're consistent with this person because at first this person maybe like had internal conflicts with you, or you may have had internal conflicts with this person at first. So it could be a relationship that like starts off kind of like, I don't know if I will, if I don't know if I won't, you know what I mean? Because like they mirror you, they do what you do. So like if you're somebody who don't approach people, them either. But because you guys see each other, you guys maybe start checking on each other. Like, hey, what's up? You okay? And it just kind of starts that way. It could be a coworker because of the sixth house. It could be a colleague. It could just be somebody who you see regularly. But one day you guys are feeling empowered to like start interacting with each other a lot more. And it just becomes consistent. And this can just start off as simple as just saying hi, hi. And over time, gradually, it gets deeper. And the Lilith makes you feel empowered because you guys are doing stuff that you normally wouldn't do. So like I said, if you don't normally approach people, then maybe you're approaching people. And it makes you feel confident because you're like, oh snap. I said hi, I got a new friend. You know what I mean? Like maybe you never knew how to make friends. Maybe you never knew how to be like social with people. This person is like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like somebody who like allows you to be that way. Um, I get like a sexual thing going on, but it don't have to be. It could just be like something about this person just makes you feel maybe like, I don't know, intense feelings. Like I said, makes you feel like I can do whatever I want to do, or it makes you want to do stuff that you normally don't do. Like maybe at work, you don't cuss, but when you're around Dan or around Margaret, you cuss. You're like, oh shit, I'm talking, I'm cussing. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't drink after work. You drink with them. You know what I mean? It could be coworkers, but it don't have to be. You guys are just gonna break a routine or a pattern. Something's gonna shift between y'all. All right. And it's because you guys see each other regularly because you talk regularly. So this could be somebody who like is very sexual. Some of y'all may have like a sexual connection with them. Maybe that's where it starts. Because Lilith can be sexual. It could be like just makes you feel liberated. That's what I'm really trying to say. Makes you feel liberated. It can make you feel liberated being single, because maybe you look at relationships totally different because of this person, or they make you feel liberated being on your own in general, like doing stuff that you never would have done for yourself. So maybe this person comes into your life And maybe you start cooking. Maybe you start getting into health, fitness. Maybe you start getting into dieting. Maybe you start getting into like, straightening up your house a little differently. You know what I mean? It's somebody who just kind of shows up and like calls attention to where your routine maybe has gotten monotonous and they break you out of it. So like because this person is in your life, you're gonna start making different decisions because they're here. They kind of boost your confidence to do that. So it could be friends or colleague, but it can also just be like, romantically sexual. It can go both ways. You know what I mean? So far we just got Virgo, we got Aquarius, we got Scorpio, we got Leo. It's six houses. I mean, six of cups. So it could be a past person. So it could be somebody you guys are reconciling with, or somebody who you guys are already comfortable with. I seen that judge this one to come out. So that could be somebody you guys are making amends with. And I said that before, right? Could be a Pisces, Sag, nine of cups. So it's somebody who's stubborn. They could be younger than you, or just maybe like a traveler, explorer, or somebody who wants to come see you. Yeah, yeah, Emperor in reverse. So and the Queen of Cups. It's somebody who has genuine care and concern for y'all, but it's somebody who feels like you don't take them seriously. It could be a Knight of Pentacles, or in Capricorn, Virgo, Sag, or a Gemini, because we got the lovers here too. So somebody else is inconsistent. It's inconsistent, but it's going to become consistent, and that's where the relationship is going to like be there. All right. So some of y'all, this maybe it could play a bunch of different ways. So some of y'all, this could be somebody who's seeing you guys as a conquer, like somebody that they shouldn't be dealing with. So like, let's say for instance, this is somebody you guys walked away from because we do got, and the Six of Cups, it looks like the Eight of Cups. So some of y'all is a past person who you walked away from because maybe they were more selfish, more self-absorbed, only focused on what their needs were, what they wanted. They could be spoiled in that light. You know what I mean? Or this could even be like a past friend, because Six Cups can even be friends or a coworker. But it's somebody who's used to like maybe the admiration, the attention. Maybe they're used to being put on a pedestal prior to you coming along. It's somebody who sees himself as the catch or as the prize. So the relationships that they were in is like where they were treated like you may have been treated. So you may have been treated like the baby or like the person that everybody has to like coddle and love. And this person's treated that way too in their relationships. So that's where the opposition comes in, because people see me in that light too. So what will you do now? The Knight of Pentacles means that like they have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. They have genuine care and concern, but it's also somebody who like only reaches out to partners who like do for them. They only like are into partners that do for them. So this may be also what you're into. Maybe if not, this would be somebody who you guys like just kind of like doing stuff for. You know what I mean? Because maybe it like makes you feel more powerful. Like maybe you've never taken a man on a date. Maybe you've never initiated sex with a man if you're a woman. If you're a man, maybe you've never like an empowering sense for a man would be like if they don't consistently approach women. When you start approaching women consistently, that can feel exhilarating. You're like, oh shit, I'm starting to approach women. I'm getting what I want because I'm saying shit. You know what I mean? Like some men don't approach people. They see themselves as the prize, so they be letting people come to them. You know what I mean? And then other men, they know the exhilaration of like pursuing a woman and winning her over, catch and release sometimes, or catch and keep. Who knows? Every man has their own little like ideology, but even women do it. Women do it too, catch and release. So there's maybe for some of y'all, this may be something like that where you want to have the experience with this person, and then others of y'all, it's a person where they just want to have the experience with y'all, but like they have genuine care and concern as you guys continually talk to each other, as you keep up with them and you like reach out towards them and you do stuff for them or they do stuff for you, they grow to love you more. You grow to love them more. You grow to like desire to have this person around. They grow to have you around. So it's going to start off with consistency or feeling like I should not engage with this person. That's the first feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like I should not be dealing with this person. And then you just do. Inconsistently though, you know what I mean? Because like the Emperor in reverse is like somebody who like is like a dominant figure at times. They want it to be their way, but they're trying to like outgrow that way because the Hierophant means the Emperor in reverse. So like that's how it's always worked for them, but maybe it's no longer working now. And to like stay in the game, they have to change. Or somebody who's coming into your life who's showing you that to stay in the game, you have to change. So it's one of the two, but usually it's both. Because it's somebody who mirrors the inside to the out. You get what I mean? So like whatever you be doing, they do. That's what I'm saying. So like if you like sometimes like think of the men that do this thing that pissed me off. You know what I mean? Like I may do this, but like you see men do this. What is that, bro? Or like they may do stuff that you do at times. You know what I mean? Like it could be even if it's a woman who may spit. She may maybe have, you know what I mean, like act like a man in some way, be very like aggressive, maybe be like, a player and like the way that men do it. So this could be somebody who like breaks gender roles, man or woman, breaks gender roles because we got the lovers in reverse. So that may be kind of part of the issue. There's somebody who's trying to outgrow an outdated way of dating or of romance, or so some of y'all are going to be casual, but you know this person has concern, has like care and concern for y'all, or you know this person is like trying to move past a friend zone with y'all. It's going to be one of the two, all right? Or you guys are going to move past a friend zone with them, one of the two. I don't like that. Yeah, I mean, but you know, but women do it too. You know, they have their own little thing. All right. So anyway, it could be a Virgo, Leo, Scorpio. You guys have been somewhere. You guys are familiar with them, is what I will say. So you guys are gonna get real familiar with each other through consistent interactions. You know what I mean? It may be here and there, but it's going to be consistent. And over time, that Knight of Pentacles, it normally means like it took a little while for us to get here, but here we are. We're getting here. You know what I mean? We're getting here. So somebody who's coming back into y'all lives. All right, so Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Sag, Cancer, Virgo, Sag, Capricorn, Gemini, Aries. All right. Yep. Yep. So let's see. Geminis. Geminian. You said he thought he was, but he's back on. Well, it's inconsistent. That Knight of Pentacles is somebody who's inconsistent, especially when it's in reverse. I just show up when I like, you know, maybe when I want to like do something or when I'm like in need of you being around again. Sometimes they show up as like a confidant at first, but it's insincere because I'm really trying to get closer to you. So it could be that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to be your friend. No, you're not. But like, it's okay. You can be my friend because I know you're trying to touch on my privates. If you know what I mean? Sometimes it be that. Sometimes it don't be that. You know, so we shall see. So Gemini, let's see. Who you guys gonna be growing closer to? So Earth. So it's gonna be somebody you guys are either getting to know brand new, or you guys are getting to know somebody who like is from your past, because the Earth means reorientation. So this could be during a time where you guys are maybe getting to know yourselves again, or starting to adventure, maybe starting to like think unusual thoughts that you normally wouldn't think. Maybe you guys are learning, maybe going to school, maybe they're in school. All right, it could be a Cancer, it could be an Aquarius. I know somebody who's a communicator, or maybe an educator, or just somebody who's just like maybe advanced for their age. So it could be an Aquarius, could be a Cancer, it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Again, because we got Aquarius energy, probably not going to be your usual type. The way that this person loves or expresses emotions and feelings, you guys may have issues like understanding it. So somebody you're going to have to understand their way of seeing things, their perspective on things, their perspective on like emotions, on like self-expression. Well, not self-expression. You have to look at the way that they express themselves. So this may be somebody who's like slightly shy with you, or you may be like feeling shy around this person because you have to have a different approach with this person. So it may be somebody who you have to feel like you have to get used to like talking to, or have to get used to being around, because they don't do stuff the way that you would normally do it, is what I'm saying. So some of y'all, maybe they come from across the globe, because I'm looking at the earth. So I'm thinking like maybe they're like a person of the earth. So maybe they travel or they grow or something along the lines of that. You said you're only speaking to the mirror name as, you see, you're only speaking to the mirror name as many signs as you want to be heard. I have no idea what you're saying there, Fire Star Lord. I'm confused, but maybe it's not for me. Okay, so anyway, somebody who's very opinionated. All right, so you guys are gonna connect on that. Like it's somebody who allows you to be yourself, even if it's a new person. At first, you may be kind of like, I gotta get to know this person. I gotta get to work on this person. I gotta get to like get comfortable around this person. But like you may wonder like why you feel so comfortable around this person. Even if you guys are first meeting, you just naturally feel like innately like you know this person innately. Like they could feel like a family member, or they could feel like a lover already. So it may feel like past life. For some of y'all, it may feel like past life. All right, that might be what the vibe is with this person. Even if it's a past person who you guys are getting to know all over again from the ground up, but this time with a different approach and with a different lens. All right, so maybe this is somebody who's going to be more receptive to you guys now. So if it's somebody like that, then they're looking to make amends or looking to make up for whatever happened between y'all. They're going to be maybe more outgoing. Yeah, I got Ace of Cups, so it's going to be a renewal. So you're going to renew with maybe a past person, or if it's a new person, it's new love. It's going to be like, well, the Ace of Cups is supposed to be like a wish fulfillment. It's supposed to be like all you would ever wish for, it's a gift from the universe, from the divine. So because we do got the Hermit here on the bottom, so it could be a Virgo or somebody who's like very rarely seen. They may not be that social with everybody, or this person is just a rarity. Like having a connection with this person, very few people get to have the connection with this person. Yeah, King of Swords. So somebody who doesn't like a lot of people, especially with the Hermit and the King of Swords being in the same spread, they don't like a lot of people. So somebody who's fond of you, sweet on y'all. Maybe at one time you weren't sweet on them, or you fond of them, sweet on them, one of the two. So it could be a boss, it could be a manager, it could be somebody who's like very demanding and very critical of others. But with you, go ahead, Gemini, you good. Don't worry about it. So it could be somebody who like, maybe is like wanting to let their cool down around y'all. I think that's what it is. I said they want to have a different approach. So some of y'all they want to have a different, maybe a like if you be in hindsight that this person is looking to have a different approach with y'all or like start over with y'all. Could be a Libra. I got Queen of Swords, Queen of Swords, or Queen of Swords or King of Swords. So some of y'all is a partner that you guys already had. You guys are just going through like turmoil right now. You know what I mean? Like maybe you guys are wondering if there's something better out there, but you guys are gonna be growing closer because you guys are gonna look at each other's perspectives totally different. There's gonna be a talk. We got the Two of Cups in reverse, Ace of Cups. There's gonna be a talk. All right. So this may be somebody you guys, if it's a past person that you don't trust, or you guys are like keeping your distance from, there's going to be a talk. It's going to be a heart-to-heart conversation with the Fool. They're going to either out of the blue start talking to you, messaging you, calling you, replying to you, or they're going to all of a sudden like lower their cool, their chill with y'all. So they're going to start sharing with you in a way that they don't share with others. Sharing of themselves that they don't share with others, like you guys are going to feel close and connected soon. All right. So it's a King of Swords, Queen of Swords, both in reverse. You guys probably mirror each other, but you guys are having to get to know each other all over again. So if it's a past person, they're trying to like, I'm gonna say make up for what they did in the past. All right. And like, maybe bring harmony back into the relationship. But like sometimes with the King of Swords and like anytime I've seen like pairs in reverse, it's usually like a battle of like ego or of like status or like us abusing each other, but like not speaking on it. So it's something like that along the line. So you guys could just like be like have unrealistic expectations of each other at this moment. And that may be what it is, especially with the King of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse. It's like on paper, me and you would do good, but like we have our own way of doing stuff, and I refuse to like change. I've made my mind up, you've made your mind up, but it's somebody who's going to be softening up for you guys, or you guys are going to be softening up for them. But I feel like it's going to go both ways because the moon just means that we're going to be getting closer, gaining levels of intimacy, trust where we didn't have trust before. So this could be somebody who's unforgiving and very like critical of people, expects a lot from people. And you may expect a lot from people, but with you and with them, they understand that like you're like me. So I can't force you to be like a certain way, or I can't expect something of you that I can't expect of myself. So there may be a talk like that. You know what I mean? So there's gonna be a talk. There's gonna be a heart to heart in a way. You guys respect each other. There was just like maybe there was a level of you guys just not seeing each other's perspective, but there's gonna be a diplomatic approach that's coming between the both of y'all. You know what I mean? Where you guys start respecting each other's intellect or respecting each other's maybe way of living, ways of being, each other's truth. Like your truth doesn't have to be their truth doesn't have to be your truth, vice versa, that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Some of y'all who you're growing closer to could be somebody who ended a relationship, a long-term relationship. So like if it's not somebody you're beefing with, it's somebody who's just getting back out on the dating market. They maybe were in a long-term relationship, maybe they were married, maybe they're like divorced or separated. Because the Two of Cups can be like somebody in the Emperor method, in the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords in reverse with the Two of Cups in reverse. It could be somebody who's like had a recent breakup and is brand new to the dating market and wants to like take a risk with you. You may be new meat to them. You may be like a new experience to them. And this is somebody who wants to, they may be seeing you as like a renewal to their love life. You know what I mean? Or is it somebody who you're seeing as a renewal to your love life? One of the two here. All right. So it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This may be somebody who's gonna be taking a risk or taking a trip towards y'all soon. They're gonna be making their presence known out the blue. So you may get communication, text, message, email, something out the blue from this person. All right. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Cancer, Libra, Taurus, Cancer, Aquarius, Cancer, Aries, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag. All right. That's what I got. That's what I got. Okay, so that's for Gemini. Here we are, Taurus. Whew. Okay, Taurus. Let me get a little drinky drink real quick. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go with that. So who is it for y'all? Damn, that's a lot. We ain't going with that. We are not going with that. So let's see. Some of y'all is gonna be somebody you guys are gonna have a similar interest with. All right, sixth house. So again, I told y'all a lot, sixth house. Sixth house. So we're seeing this person. It's gonna be somebody you guys see regularly. So that's why you guys are growing. They could be into fitness, working out, health. They could be a very clean, tidy person. somebody who likes to spend a lot of time by themselves, likes to do stuff on their own. You know what I mean? So there's maybe somebody who's also helping you be independent. All right, could be a Taurus or Capricorn. Because yeah, I got Aquarius. I got like a detached person. All right, so this is somebody who like likes to like be on their own, but I'm guessing that this is somebody who wants to get to know you guys or wants to have an experience with y'all. So they want to become part of your daily routine, a part of your day to day. And so it may start off as friends, may start off as cordial, may start off as casual. If it's romantic, it just comes with them interacting with you guys. You know what I mean? So I almost want to say this maybe somebody who kind of acts like they're not really trying to connect with you, but they are trying to connect with you, but they come off like they're not. You know what I mean? But like it just kind of comes off maybe cautious or strategic, maybe kind of friendly. So there's maybe somebody who has a large following too when I think of Aquarius, but like it doesn't have to. They could just be very social or just like able to connect to lots of people. So if it's a newer person or it's just like somebody who's new to the environment, they're like not like everybody else is what I would say. So like the way that you may have to approach this person is like totally different. You have to like deal with this person consistently. Maybe this person likes to be chased, or maybe this is somebody who's going to chase you. But I like if they chase you in an unorthodox way, it doesn't seem like they're chasing you. It doesn't seem like they're pursuing you. It may not even seem like they're interested if it's romantic. It may not even seem like they're into it like that. You know what I mean? So because their way of doing stuff really comes off as like nonchalant, matter of factly. So that maybe how they talk, maybe that's how they act in a way. You know what I mean? Kind of shrewd, very skeptical of people. So like they could be cautious and strategic. Yeah, it's somebody who's arrogant or on their high hopes at this time, but they secretly admire y'all. So it could be a Leo, Libra, Taurus, could be a Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Aquarius, Cancer. Somebody's gonna strategically try to cross a line with y'all, or strategically try to create some type of relationship with y'all. This y'all may have like different like ethnical backgrounds, so maybe y'all are like different race, or you guys have like different like spiritual beliefs or different value systems. It's somebody who doesn't have the same traditions or same way of like living their life. Their way, their rules are different than yours. Their life rules, the rules they play by and they live by, different than yours. But it's somebody who's trying to figure out what yours are so that they can like move forward towards y'all. So it's somebody who's afraid of missing out with y'all, afraid of losing y'all. They could be kind of like scary at times. So there's somebody who's strategic about what they say to you, how they say it. You know what I mean? Like they may say stuff that they don't really believe in just to kind of connect with you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like say you tell people that you're into tarot or astrology, and they be like, oh yeah, me too, even though they don't really believe it. It's somebody who does that. Me too, I'm into that. I fuck with that. I'm into that. But they're really not into it. You know what I mean? Or like they don't feel the same way about the same system. So they may have like an unorthodox way of like dating for some of y'all. If this is like romantic, it's gonna be an unorthodox way of dating. But it's somebody who's like afraid at this moment to cross the line with y'all. So it's gonna come about like subtly, strategically, gradually, and in a way where it's like it's not really me pursuing you. Like if this is a woman that doesn't want you to know she's pursuing you. She's going to do everything in her power not to let you know that she sees you as more than romantic. So it may come off as like it may come off as friendly at first, and it may come off as like social, just chatting. Oh, you just cool. It's misleading. That's what I'm telling you. Whoever's is misleading. So if it's a man or a woman, they're misleading you. They like you. You know what I mean? But like they're gonna come about as a friend or as a coworker or as like a client or as a follower or something. They may ask questions, but like the questions that they already know, especially with the seven of swords, they may already know. They just be worried about like how you would respond if it didn't go the way they expected to go. So that's why they kind of throw out these testers. So somehow you guys are gonna get closer because they're strategically growing closer to you. They interact with you like in a subtle way. So like somebody tries to make it seem like, oh no, I'm not trying to be more than your friend or your homeboy or homegirl, but they trying to fuck you. Some of y'all they trying to fuck you. Not all of you. Some of y'all they are. Some of y'all they may be looking at you guys as like a come up. You may be a change of pace to the type of people that they're used to dating. So you may have status. You may like and like you may have like a unofficial status. Like maybe where the environment where you're at, people just know you. And because you're like popular there, that person is like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like maybe you like say you guys are like in the armed forces and like maybe like you guys are in Baghdad. I'm just giving an example. Or maybe you guys are like in China or Tokyo or some shit. But back in his hometown or back in his home city, he's the shit. You know what I'm saying? They may be living off of that. This may be somebody who lives off of that or has some type of reputation like that or likes you because of that. Like you could be popular at the office. You could be popular in the neighborhood. Like you could be the hottest thing in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? You know how you could be the baddie in the neighborhood. Everybody wants you. You know what I'm saying? You could be the hottie in the gym at that day on that shift, and everybody wants you. You know what I mean? Like it's like that. Or you could be popular maybe on social media in a certain genre. Everybody likes you in that way. That's how this person kind of views you. It's like everybody liking you, or you being like, well, it's not that everybody likes you. They like you specifically, is what I'm trying to say. They like you specifically. They like your value system. The fact that you like stand for something, even if you don't go for what they go for, they like that you stand for something. They may not agree with it, but they like it. They like shit. You got your own sense of self, and I fuck with it. So like they like that. So this is somebody who like keeps tabs on you guys, but doesn't want you to know that they keep tabs on you, and doesn't want you to know that they be observing you or that they have their eye on you. You know what I mean? Because you may not be their usual type. They may have to change their values and the way they do stuff for you. But this is somebody who was like questioning why they feel that way. Why do I want to do stuff differently for you than what I would want to do for other people? Like, what is it about you? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, what are these characteristics that I've never seen before? You have characteristics that they've never seen before. Maybe you come from a different area, tribe or something. I don't know. But it's like you have different characteristics that they haven't seen before. So like it scares them, but it thrills them. So that's why they want to get closer to y'all, because they want to observe more about you. Like, how did you come to like experience life this way? What was life like for you to do that, to have that? You know what I mean? So like they ask a lot of questions, and like I said, they're interested in like being in your life regularly. So like it's something like that. They want to have some type of connection, even if it's not traditional. They want to have some type of connection, and they're willing to change some of their values to be in a relationship with y'all or to keep you around, is what I'm saying. So could be a Virgo, could be a Taurus, could be a well, with the Eight of Cups here, they're going to be around, but somebody's going to like maybe struggle being present at first. They try to make it seem like they don't have enough time to be around at first, or like they're a little evasive at first. And then over gradual time of seeing each other at first, I mean, at seeing each other, they're going to lower their comfort zone. I mean, they're going to lower their guard and start warming up to you, and change some of their value systems to have you around. They're going to invite you guys past a certain point with them. The Nine of Wands is here, which means that at some point, your relationship has reached a tipping point, and they're about to start doing stuff that's unusual to them, from like that's unusual to you from them. You know what I mean? It's tactical, it's strategic, it's subtle, and it's going to make you wonder: are you seeing what you're seeing from this person? All right, so it could be Aquarius, could be a Taurus, or a Capricorn, Cancer, Sag, Cancer, Taurus, Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo. All right. Yeah, I went backwards. Blue skies. Blue skies. Is that a woman? Was that a woman? I hope so. I hope so. Hey, yo, I ain't never tell y'all this one time. It was so terrible. I just be messing around. Like you know what I mean? I just be talking sometimes, and I just say dumb shit. And I'll never forget I said this shit. So I got this neighbor. My neighbor is I want to say he's a crossdresser, but I don't know. I don't know. It's a guy. He has the guy face, but he be wearing like the skirt, the heels, and the halter top. But he looks like a man. He be having the wig and everything. His voice sounds like a man. So, but I'm not even going to say his name. But anyway, one day he was out. He was matching. And like I never up until this point, because I've been out here for some years. So up until this point, I had never ever seen him. Up until this point, I had never ever seen him wear a skirt and a dress and heels. So I said, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, "Okay, neighbor out here trying to catch." Why the fuck did I say that? That was the stupidest thing ever. This guy or this girl say to me, he was like, "Oh, thanks." I was like, "Yeah, cool." And I kept it moving. I thought nothing of it. It's just normal, right? Just to kind of like hype people up. I didn't mean anything by it. But later on, he sees me again walking the dog. He's like, "Yo, I got a PlayStation 5 at my house. Did you want to come hang out?" Fuck no, bro. Fuck no. I was like, "What?" But look, but that's not the funny part. The funny part is even worse than that, because I'm super social. So he gonna say, I got a PlayStation 5 at my house." I was like, "Oh yeah, what games you got?" He gonna say, "Oh, I got all the games." Yeah, right. Fuck out of here. You don't got no fucking games. I'm not fucking coming over there. Are you fucking stupid? But I was dumb as fuck, because why the fuck are you holding all this conversation? You get what I'm saying? Like, why are you holding all this conversation if that's not what you meant? I was like, you know what I mean? I didn't know. I wasn't thinking this. I was just thinking this is my neighbor. Like you're bold enough to be who you are. You're wearing a skirt, you're wearing a dress. I didn't think, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm giving y'all this moment of vulnerability. I shared it with other people before prior to, but like at the time, that's what it was. I was like, yo, I forgot why I was telling y'all that. What was I telling you that? Because it was tying into a bigger message. What was the bigger message there? I forgot what the bigger message was. Damn, I was tying it into something big, but the story was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but that it was going somewhere. Where was I going with that? Anyway, Aries. Let's see. All right, so Aries, who you guys gonna be growing closer to? Could be a Capricorn or a business owner or somebody who you're moving cautiously towards, or they're gonna be moving cautiously towards them. I don't know. I didn't know which one it was. So I didn't like I don't want to be disrespectful because like you can be who you want to be. You know what I mean? That's what I was really saying about it. I was like, oh, I was like proud of them for doing it, like doing what they wanted to do. Cause like up until that point, I like it caught me off guard because he had always been wearing jeans and like dressing like a guy. So it caught me off guard. Like, oh shit. I was like it was like, you know what I mean? But anyway, oh, I did that because of Blue Skies. Yes, that's what it was. Because I was singing, and I was like, I don't want to be singing to a man, and because I couldn't see. That's what it was. Thank you. Woo, thank you. I couldn't remember what it was. I was like, I don't want to be singing to a man, and you know, because I can't see like what's going on right there. So that's what it was. Thank you. That's I couldn't remember what the story was about. So why I was trying to tie it together. That's why I was trying to tie it together. Okay, so anyway, so somebody else could be somebody who's very nurturing. So this could be a man, but like also very feminine, or a feminine, but also a very masculine person. But we got Cancer and Capricorn. So these are usually very feminine energies in the general. But this may be like a go-getter, business owner, some of y'all. They could be also very like a nurturer. They take care of people. So you guys will be getting closer because there's somebody who likes to merge in relationship or wants to merge or have some type of bond or connection. It's gonna be an empowering relationship. That was a ride, right? That's how I felt. I was in the house. I was having so many emotions, bro. I was having so many emotions. And then I told my home because I was dating this girl. So when I told her that the story, you should have seen her face. She was like, why the fuck would you say that? She was so mad. I was like, yeah, I feel you. Why did I say that? That was stupid as shit. I just be super social for no reason. But it was like, you know what I mean? She was so mad. Why the fuck would you say that? I know she think later, like, you gay as hell. Ah! What's up there, Amber? What's up, Amber? No. All right, so it's gonna be somebody who you guys are gonna build a relationship with. So this could be like a mom and dad, or mom and pop. Some of y'all they may run a mom and pop shop, but this may be like a mom dad type of dynamic that you're gonna have with this person. Like even if you're friends, it's somebody who steps up and plays the more masculine role. Even if they're a woman, they step up and play the more masculine role or the more fatherly role, or they play the more nurturing role, and you play the more fatherly role. It's like a your yin to your yang. It's Capricorn Cancer. It's a yin to your yang type of energy. All right, so some of y'all they're a business owner or just like a very mature person. Some of y'all they like maybe they're like well off or doing pretty good. All right, that's what they said. They said they got all the games. I was like, that's when I knew something was up. You got all the games. What does that even mean? I was like, yeah, I'm cool. I was like, oh okay. They've been trying to invite me to barbecues ever since. And so there was another girl I was dating this girl across like out in my neighborhood. She tried to invite me over one day because he invited her over. He was like, yo, we barbecuing. He barbecued for the neighborhood. So everybody go over there sometimes. So I've never been over there, but like she tried to invite me over. It's like, we're going over there. They barbecuing and everybody can come. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. I'm good. I just stay home. You know what I mean? That would have, but see, you a woman, it could get you. That's cool. It could get you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be booped, so I don't want to be guy. That's the difference for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want you to try it. I don't want to have to physically confront you in that way. But I don't think it would go that way. But like, I just don't want that. That's just not what I want. I don't even want it to be insinuated because not everybody knows me. And then you see me tiptoeing over there, and then people are like, what you doing over there? Oh, I was just playing video games. What that sound like? Like even the story I just told you sounded suspect. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, that was it. But anyway, Three of Pentacles. So it's somebody that you guys haven't seen consistently yet. So you guys are gonna like start working around or being around each other. You feel me? So you're gonna start being around each other. Some of y'all they are foreign. Somebody's gonna push to be closer to y'all, or you're gonna push to be closer to them. Nine of Swords. So it's either somebody who makes you guys feel anxious, or makes you guys feel shy, or somebody who you make feel shy, makes feel anxious. They usually are very isolated, alone. They don't. This is somebody who doesn't know how to ask for help, but knows how to show up for people. So they show up for you, but they don't know how to like. or this would be somebody who doesn't know how to show up for people. It's one of the two. Either I think they know how to show up for people, but don't know how to allow people to help them. But it's somebody who does stuff on their own. They get overwhelmed very easily. Maybe they do a lot. Somebody tries to be productive or tries to take on too many things at one time. Maybe they get overwhelmed really easily. You guys are going to connect because it's somebody who likes to have company with the Five of Pentacles. They like having you around. Maybe you tag along. Maybe they tag along. They do stuff for you just to kind of keep you around. You know what I mean? Or you do stuff for this person to keep them around. It's a strategy to this, is what I'm saying with the Two of Wands and the Seven of Cups. There's a strategy to this. All right. This is somebody who's planned out how to be around you. So, like, what you may notice is this person being in your space, kind of forcing themselves in your space at times. Like, hey, I was just in your area. I'm just going to drop by. You're like, whoa, wait. I mean, I don't know if it's a problem for y'all, but maybe because the Nine of Swords could be like this person annoys you at times because they can be a user, especially with the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Temperance in reverse. They can be a user at times. You're like, damn, you just came over here empty-handed, but not all the time, but sometimes, but not all the time. But you never know what you're going to get when this person shows up. Because sometimes they could be helpful, they could be useful. But with the Seven of Cups, you never really know. You never know where you stand. You never know what's going to happen. All right. Some of y'all, they may be into like film or like, I don't know, film, skits, something. They into something like that. Or like maybe pictures. But some of y'all, I kind of feel like they don't take a lot of pictures. So like I kind of feel like this is somebody who doesn't have a lot of pictures of themselves. Like they could be attractive or appealing, but they don't have a lot of pictures of themselves. Or you know what they may do? They may like make like post pictures and then like make them disappear. So maybe like a Snapchat or the close friends or um I don't know. They be taking pictures. Some of y'all they can be risky pictures. So maybe that's that. Maybe they may send you pictures. Maybe that's how you guys go closer. Something like that. I don't know. There's somebody who like doesn't take a lot of pictures or doesn't have a lot of pictures of themselves or they haven't posted recently. So maybe you'll know that. And because the Five of Pentacles here, they may follow y'all or you may follow them or you haven't seen them in a while and around in a while. I get like a smoker drinker though. This could be like a coworker that you don't ever talk to, or like a neighbor, a roommate, or somebody who be around who you guys don't really like deal with like that. You don't interact with them that much. And consistently, somehow they're gonna make up an excuse to be around y'all, is what I am saying. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna come up with a story or like a storyline or come up with an excuse to be in your space or be around you. You know what I mean? But they're gonna make it seem like they're not focused on you, but they are focused on you. So there's somebody who's probably, like I said, strategic. They find any other reason to talk to you, any reason to like see you, to be seen by you, for you to see them. It's strategy. If somebody's trying to tempt y'all, maybe they're trying to tempt you to make the first move, or somebody who you're trying to tempt to make the first move. You guys are gonna be growing closer to them because it's gonna be like a level of cautiousness to it. So, all right, it's gonna take a little bit. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's gonna take a little bit, but this person like once they start getting like comfortable or once they get over their like awkwardness or their shyness, that's when they really start like taking action. You know what I mean? So like at first this person may be a little awkward at first or a little like overthinking at first, always worried about everything, paranoid about everything. Like that could be annoying because this person like wants to know everything, is worried about everything. And then after a while they just kind of jump right in. You're like, oh, okay, cool. All right. So they may annoy you at first, but then after like a little bit you warm up to them, you just understand that like they really care. You're like, oh, this person really cares. I get it. It's sincere. It's genuine. Okay. All right. All right. So like then you don't feel guilty. Then you don't feel shame. Then it kind of like rolls off your back, whatever it be that like. So maybe you worry about this person's judgment or their expectations at first. That might be part of what it is. Or this person worries about your judgment and expectations. You'll know. One of y'all, you'll know because of the way that they don't like want to ask you for help, the way they won't want you around that much, the way that they try to like isolate their space at first. So like that's how you'll kind of know at first, but then they'll warm up to you because they'll feel empowered when you're around and they'll feel like, oh, you genuinely care about me or you're really trying to get to know me. Then they'll like be feeling secure and safe and they'll like, do stuff and you won't have to do much to like maintain the relationship. All right. So it could be an Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn, Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, Aries, Scorpio, Cancer, Capricorn, Gemini, Aries, Scorpio, Virgo, Gemini, Taurus, Sag. Okay. So thank y'all so much for being here. Thanks for the support. Thanks for rocking and rolling. I appreciate y'all for being here. Thanks for listening to my story. That was so crazy. Thanks for being here, y'all. Um, that was crazy. That when I think back on that. mm, Anyway, y'all, I think I'll be going live on my Instagram in a little bit too. I got a personal read I gotta do, and then I'm gonna jump on my Instagram and make that happen. So if you guys got Instagram and you'll follow me on my Instagram, check me on there. Yo, I got a bunch of stories. I got a bunch of stories, y'all. I don't know if I told you a story about me in LA. That was a story I would never forget. I gotta tell y'all that story. I be having a lot of like experiences that really make me like feel like I'm the shit sometimes. Like I must be really sexy as fuck or something. I don't know. Some days I really be feeling like if y'all heard the stories I be telling y'all, y'all be think I be making them up. But these be real life stories. You know what I mean? Like this be real shit. I'd be like, damn, this is crazy. I really like lived this and experienced this. And oftentimes I wonder, how did I even get here? How did I get here? Why am I here? What's going on here? You know what I mean? So I don't know. But thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. Thanks for letting me share all that good stuff. Y'all know what I mean? All right, y'all. I'm gone. I'll probably be back tomorrow. I'm gonna try to be back tomorrow. You awesome too, Kimmy. Thank you.